it's just the beginning, so let me tell you first we was. In my bed, baby, you was loving my love and I had you going crazy. Oh, it was your body that I had to try. Told you my touch gives you a rush that you can't deny. Girl, I got this feeling, stronger than Marvin gets sexual healing.
Welcome to another episode of Cigar Sundays Live. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DB Chef TV. Always with the guy Ali Dawu L at BKSOLFARM.
Hey.
And we are the Cigarden Panel. Tonight's Cigarden Panel discussion is about the phrase, just showing up. In American culture, this phrase is most commonly acted out by individuals throughout various settings, often with the mindset that just showing up entitles them to all that is to be gained or achieved. We want to know if this is bad, good, or misunderstood. And that's what we're going to discuss tonight. Peace, God.
Peace, God. Yo, you sound a little down and out, man. You all right?
Yeah, I'm alive. You know, I've been under the weather a little bit this past week.
Word.
You know, a little traveling a little bit, not getting a lot of rest. I think one day I only had like 2 hours of sleep.
Dang.
And then didn't even get caught up, jumped back into doing something else, and that's when I think it jumped up on me. Because usually I'm becoming aware that like usually when you don't get a good amount of rest, it weakens your immune system.
Yeah. Something's gonna happen to make you rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yep.
But nah, yeah, man, get better. You definitely gotta prioritize yourself and your rest and your health, and everything you're doing. We need you out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we sweating it off. Sweating it off. I
Got
got
them good herbs.
all my herbs. I got
Got all good
the
herbs.
garlic and onions and turmerics and
Hell yeah,
gingers.
hell yeah.
Man, like we got it all in the cup. The thyme,
Yeah, once you throw that cayenne in there, that
the
black pepper,
cayenne,
woo,
the black pepper.
it all just come out of your sweat, just go away from me.
That's what's going on right now. I'm gonna need to pause and get some and give me a little wipe off towel or something. I ain't realized. I should know like when we start doing this, you know, you get the sweats for no reason sometimes.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And now I actually have a reason for the sweats.
Or just showing up though. So
Yep. So, if anybody's new to the show, we first we want to thank y'all for joining us this evening. Once again, make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. Also, the holidays are here and near. So we have a lot of great sales at bksolfarm.com and also at dbcheftv.com. The links are in the description, y'all. We really appreciate it. So make sure y'all get out there and check out those links. We got some good stuff and support your interests. This evening we will be talking about just showing up, and this is a phrase. So I didn't look for a particular definition, although showing up, there is a definition, I believe, for showing up.
word.
I believe so. I believe there's a definition for showing up. What we do here, though, is commonly we will take these words and we will define them first using a Webster dictionary, Cambridge, Google, or Wikipedia definition, and then we have some questions that we surround that that we surround the definition, and we try to use those questions to form our conversation. Y'all got to bear with me a little bit. So I'm gonna jump into our questions so we can check out our questions for this evening. So tonight's phrase is just showing up. Our first question is, what does just showing up look like to the Cigarden Panel? Second, can just showing up be effective? If so, when, where, and how? And our third question for the evening will be, do people with a just showing up mindset trend toward higher levels of achievement?
Mm.
And this is because just showing up really doesn't have a definition. There's a lot of meanings to it, but
There
but
we
we
go. Talk about meanings already.
yeah, but we gonna break that down tonight. We're gonna get into it. So question number one, God. Question number one, God. What does just showing up look like to you?
So looking at the term as is written, just showing up,
Mm-hmm.
that suggests a body in the seat, a warm body to fill the quota, not necessarily the right person or a qualified person, um, but a body. And I'm looking at that from a supervisor's perspective, from an employer perspective, um, as an employee or as a regular person perspective, is a person that just goes to work and just sits there and get mad when they get asked to do an assignment, right? They want to get paid just to be at work, but want to get mad when asked to actually do work. I think that person is just showing up, right? Or they just want to just show up, which would be awesome if you can just go to work and get paid and not do nothing at all. Um, that's what I think by that phrase, just showing up. I think is from an employer perspective is you're not looking for anything other than to put a body, anybody. And from an employee, regular person, citizen's perspective, I'm saying it's the person who actually has an entitlement complex almost, right? Like they feel like again they can just I showed up, I came to work, right? So you should be happy that I showed up to work, right? How dare you expect me to actually do work? The fact that I'm here is a blessing to the universe. it's, it's how that's how I interpret just showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of interpreted the same way of a person, in whatever environment it is, just trying to do the least, just trying to do the least, and like you said, piggybacking off of that entitlement, that sense of entitlement, like yeah, I'm here, so you should just be happy that I'm here because I didn't have to be here.
I'm doing you a favor
I'm doing you a favor by being here. So,
to collect this paycheck.
right, or if a paycheck isn't involved, Um,
or whatever it is, right?
yeah,
To say that I helped you.
yeah.
And I was here. I had a paintbrush in my hand. I didn't actually paint a wall, but I was here.
But I showed up.
But I showed up. I told a
Yeah,
couple jokes and I showed my face.
I drank all the beer.
I drank all the beer.
Yeah, I helped you drink the beer. I didn't help you paint shit, but I drank all the. But I helped you drink the beer, and I talked a lot of shit. I
I
didn't
talked a
paint
lot
shit,
of shit. Yeah,
but I
yeah.
talked a lot of shit.
I kept you company.
Right. You
I
know. Um.
needed help, but you kept me company.
Look, and look. That's on the job. Look, that's at a job site where somebody was getting paid. Now you want to get paid,
Now you want to get paid.
and now you want to get paid.
That's what I'm saying. Now you want to get paid.
So that's some real uh, good examples of people just showing up in this mindset, this attitude that we see exemplified over and over again in so many different in various settings, different situations, different examples where um, just showing up to do the bare minimum, or thinking that just your presence alone is is worth the reward, is worth the gain, is worth everything that without saying that all of the what's to be gained or achieved
Yeah.
in the end. And it's sad because I'm wondering where American culture picked up that mindset. Like, where did that become adopted?
And and I was gonna say after you finish, God, I was gonna say, to be fair, um, so again, just showing up using those three words, that's my take on those words specifically. I was raised, however, on showing up, right? I was raised to on always showing up. You always got to show up, right? That's how I was raised, right? So even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't feel good, like unless you just are unable, you supposed to show up because there's an expectation of you,
Right.
right? But that's different than just showing up. I was never told to just show up. I was always taught you got to show up, right? Hell, GI Joe is showing up is half the battle,
Right.
right? Half,
Right.
right? Like them cats, that just want to show up. You know, they want to be good with that half and let somebody else be responsible for them making it back home. And I'm like, bust your gun.
Yeah, like put in some work. Put in some type of work. Don't think
Yeah,
don't think that you deserve or entitled to the whole ransom, and you know what I'm saying, and you ain't even do
the
nothing.
the
Like, you just
millennials are
showed
the
up.
2000 kids, right? No, I'm saying
Shit.
I'm talking about as far as like that's the age,
That
like
age, well, I think they was born. I
because they
think
that
their cutoff year was like 81.
so 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 whatever the hell is after us.
Yeah, I think they
So
cutoff year was like 81 or 80, 81 maybe. I'm not sure. I would have to Google it.
so my little brother is how old is my little brother? 32.
Anybody who's 40 and below is a millennial.
Real talk,
Right
40?
now, yeah, 40 at 40 right now and below, you're millennials.
Damn, that's so close.
Yeah, at 40. I know that at 40.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Damn.
yeah, yeah, anybody who's at 40 and below. I mean,
So
those are
so
the extra emotional people though.
so the point of my question was that's my answer to you. That's when it changed in America. Those extra emotional people who had hardworking a generation prior to them who and you got a lot of parents or a lot of people who put it in their head that they want to absolutely make it so that their children don't experience none of the things that they experienced. They want to make sure they spoil their children because they couldn't be spoiled when they was, younger and stuff like that. So that created this entitlement mindset. Uh, those of us who were latchkey kids that refuse to put our kids down when we have them because our moms left us with keys when we was 8 years old, right? Like that's what happened. Like I think that's the like we got soft, bro. Like we got super soft, and we forgot that we got two hands and 2 feet and a thinking brain, right? We can fight or we can run away, right? We can defend ourselves. We just forgot, and we just waiting on somebody else to do it, right? That entitlement that somebody is gonna just come and fix this. Look at those January 6th cats. I read something today saying that how one dude, first of all, is an atrocity. I want to go on record. Is an atrocity that any one of those um, treasonous monsters uh, could only get a year in prison or in jail. Like that thing, I think that's crazy that you can actually attack a Capitol building and you get less time than the time they're considering giving women that get not women that get abortions, doctors that perform abortions on women. They get like 15 years in prison in some, I think in Wisconsin or something like that, right? Like the rapist, correction, the rapist, like all these, they get 10 years, right? Somebody who attacks the Capitol building can get a year, and their mindset is it don't matter. Donald's gonna pardon me anyway, right? Like
If that's
no, but
true.
I'm not saying that that's true or not. I'm saying that their attitude, right? I'm talking about this prevailing attitude that's touching everybody, no matter how old we are. Like it's touching our whole society. That entitlement crap that somebody's gonna just fix our problems for us because I showed up.
But you know what's not touching? You know what's not touching though? What's not touching is the fact that all the upset black people, the black people that claim to be upset, that's not upset enough to storm a building, don't see that you get less time for storming a building than you do for committing other crimes.
Right? Like
You know what I'm saying? So that might be some motivation if somebody really want to risk their life for the shit that they, you know what I'm saying,
because
really, you
because
know,
you get a you're looking at a year.
that
Yo,
they
yeah, I read it.
passionate about, I guess. So, I look at them people and I be like, man, they was passionate about it enough. They put their life on the line. Some people died. So, yeah, it's treasonous. Yeah, but
A year.
it's an example though that still black people don't follow. We see all these things and we don't follow none of that shit. Nothing inspires to say, you know what, well damn, they was fighting for their thing. How about we fight for our thing? It's a rumor going around. I don't know if it's a rumor, but it's a narrative. Let me say that. It's a narrative going around that this whole P. Diddy Jay Z thing is a hoax because Puff started talking about a black political party after he sued
The liquor company.
the liquor company.
Yeah, I did
Okay.
hear him talking about the Black political party. I heard him talking about that.
So I mean,
I mean, I don't know, like you know,
like
yo,
I
like
didn't see anything, and maybe I'm looking wrong. Maybe I'm not paying attention to what is supposed to be paid attention to. But I didn't see any musical narratives that would support that mindset.
none at all.
You know,
Which is why I was mad because that whole vote or die mantra piss me off because like I'm like again I'm saying if we not block voting, then we doing it wrong, right? I get it. The overall overarching concept of the Constitution is that we all get to vote our own conscience, but but as Black people, as African American people, as heavily melanated people, we are in dire straits, and if we don't see the value in voting together, then voting still leads to death, right? Like you can't avoid death. Right, so don't be scared and don't. I don't know, man. Like that whole, like, so yeah, I heard him talking that crap, and I'm like, if you're not gonna do a political party, or if you're not gonna, like, you talking about starting a brand new black political party, like for me, once you say that, I'm saying you're not serious because it's not even enough for us to make that even valid, right? Because if we're only 13-14% of the population, if those numbers are true, then if you got all of us in this political party, you got 14% of the population that agrees.
On
Oh
one thing though, that would be a start.
no, that
That
would
would
be
be a
that would
start.
yeah, that would be great. That would
That
be
would be
great.
a start.
That would be
That
great.
because we always say it take one thing, right?
Yeah, that would be great. And I would, and if that was see and if that was a if it was real, I would sign up just for that, for the sake of that, right? I would get behind it just for the sake of that, right? Because I'm looking for ways to agree. Hey, sis, how you doing?
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm good. Yo,
Peace,
Good
Jay.
evening.
so you came in mad loud, just get the hell out of me.
Oh,
Is
my
it
bad. I'm sorry.
she loud to you, got, or is that just me?
No, it was loud. You could turn your
Or is
volume
it
down
just
just
me?
yeah, just a little bit. Just turn your volume down a little bit. All right, mic check.
Wait. Okay, now, Errol, DB, can you say something?
Mic check 1 2.
Okay, cool. It's good now. Yes.
All right,
Can
yep.
hear you
You
both
yeah, you
clearly.
balance. You balance. Yeah, thanks for joining us. We was just talking about
Sure. Apologize for my tardiness.
we was just talking about this black party political party notion um that that
Diddy.
this narrative with P Diddy and that he's being uh detained and falsely accused, or maybe falsely accused, who knows, allegedly accused of all this stuff.
Hold on. That's a lot
Yeah,
to take in. Hold up now. So you said
because of his desire to potentially start a black political party, and I don't know, like it just sounds.
that's news to me, bro. That's news to me. I don't know. Maybe I've been in a bubble all weekend, but I did not hear that. So what you're saying is Diddy is trying to start a new black political party, or other people are.
No, it was rumored that he
Rumored.
did do an interview with Charlemagne where he was talking about that.
Correct. He did
Okay,
say that.
but nothing ever
and
Nothing came to
manifested.
fruition.
and
Fruition.
Manifested.
and he talked about it on one of those revolt vote or die shows. He
Okay.
was up there with his white T-shirt on with the vote or die talking about black political
Voter.
party. Right. And I'm like, all right.
Okay. You're talking about something that previously happened, but you're saying that he's bringing that back up since he's
No,
imprisoned.
no, he's not
No,
bringing it.
no,
He's
he's
not bringing it.
not. He's not.
The community narrative, or the narrative, or a narrative that's floating around. It's kind of like the whole they went after Bill Cosby because he tried to buy NBC kind of
Right.
thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it
I see.
seems like it when it when it turns out he did give all them women some, he was having fun. He
you
was
know,
dipping his pudding in the pudding pops or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
you know. I
But
don't know, man. Like, but I don't know. it would be nice to agree on one thing, but would that ever happen? Right? Like people wouldn't even do it just because it's Diddy, right? So
Right, because he's a celebrity and a millionaire.
right, just because like the super Christians wouldn't do it because of the parties that he throw, right? Like so it'd be like a whole bunch
With
of
Dave, with his following, he had the TD had not so many people that of his constituency now be defamed so much. Would he not have been able to galvanize the people in those particular groups? With
I
having
think,
a TD Jakes on his side and a who else? I don't know. I don't know these guys' names. That's the only
yeah,
thing I know.
listen, I know
Is
because
Creflo
TD
Dollar
Jakes, that's
still
a big
around?
one.
Or
Who?
Creflo Dollar? I don't know all them black preachers'
Oh, that
names.
guy, Carvalho, Dalla, whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Creflo.
guy, Kefra, yeah,
I don't
him.
know. Is he cool with Joe Osteen and what I'm saying? All the big evangelists guys. Like
Oh, right, right. Are they all
because
in cahoots? Are they all cool with each other? Yeah, yeah.
um
Hmm.
because because TD Jakes actually is in there, is friends with those people.
correct.
So I'm thinking that if it were to, have some truth or have some weight or something like that, maybe he could galvanize. Maybe that was the avenue had not, they've been tarnished because what we see is most black successful uh I would say like the ones who get put out there that's like have the most influence when they get tarnished, it's always like the same recipe.
Yep.
It's like, pedophilia, rape, you know,
But
or
those are the only
or
things that can tarnish
abuse.
somebody though, right? Like those are the only things that would cause a tarnish that
Yeah,
that
those things are pretty huge.
right like
So
everything else
so
people would explain
it's go ahead, God.
everything else people would explain away as them just being human, but
Right, right.
rather it's real or not real, anything involving sex or stealing the people's money, just the allegations alone is enough, right? Like that's what I think.
Hmm.
um yeah, that's what I think about that.
It seems like the stealing of the money's not such a big thing though.
That's
But
true too.
but the R word things and the
Oh, yeah, that's major.
and the pedophilia and then the abuse, the physical abuse, like beating on
Their
women,
spouses, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the girlfriend, yeah.
It seems like everybody gets that like that's the recipe. Like if we can get you doing that, then black women will hate you.
You're done.
A certain group of black men will hate you, so
Mhm.
you're done again amongst your people, because no black woman will condone, what I'm saying, like getting getting whooped, what I'm saying, unless she was
No
a hoe
way.
and like she was a cold hoe, because she was like, some women are raised to believe that a man's supposed to put his foot in your ass if you get out of line. All right,
Yeah,
which is
that's
very,
crazy.
very sad. All right. But I know it for a fact because I dated somebody who told me that if a man don't come out of himself, then she was taught that if a man don't come outside of himself and do something that means that he don't really love you. And I was like, oh no, I ain't got it for you.
See
You know
my
what I'm
face right
saying?
here?
Danger, Will
What?
Robinson, danger.
I was like, nah, if I got to whoop your ass for you to think that I love you, I ain't the guy,
It
baby
ain't
girl.
it ain't worth it.
Yeah,
Like
something's
I ain't
wrong.
gonna do
Nah,
it.
that ain't it. That
So
ain't it.
so I understand that like that's a real mindset that unfortunately some women have, it's in our community, because this was a black woman.
Right.
So
Um,
What they call that? Stockholm syndrome. When people start to love their abusers and stuff like that. Like we have a lot of that in our community. Period. Overall, and it presents itself in different ways, and one of the ways in our women is that, right? But I think that's what it's called. The whole Stockholm syndrome shit.
mm-hmm.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We gotta look that up if it that is the diagnosis that's been given to it. What to call it? I just call it. You know, them bras crazy. I call it CBC, crazy broad syndrome. CBS, crazy broad syndrome.
Yeah,
You know what
nah,
I'm
son.
saying?
Like,
But I call it that because it is crazy. Like, how could your mother teach you something like that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's just
How could your
completely
aunts, how could the women around you teach you something like that? Like, and they say they love you. So that's just like that's just coming from history of abuse. How could I? How could you have that experience with me, and then I think it's okay for me to ever put my penis inside of you again, and it possibly be a daughter that's birthed by you? You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So no, because if your mama taught that to you, then it's 10 times out of 10 you're gonna teach that to your daughter because you think it's okay.
see, you talking about responsible sexual activity. You're not talking about reckless sex. You're not talking about like
Uh-oh, here we go.
you talking
Hold
about
on.
you talking about doing. That's what I'm saying. And somebody that got Stockholm syndrome, or somebody who's addicted to abuse or in an abusive situation that won't leave, whatever that's called, like like until they detox, until they would go through the withdrawal syndromes from that, man, is like I don't know if you can really expect them to do the right thing. It's you kind of got to look at them like sick people, and it's like you
Yeah,
know, like
yeah. Like,
I mean,
let me get away from you because I don't want to catch none of
Right,
your bullshit.
exactly.
because I don't want nobody
Mhm.
thinking that I'm an abuser. I would never hang out with an abuser. I would never befriend a man
Right.
who
Be a
who
part of that.
who I know is abusive, right? Like, and because if I'm his friend or if I'm an associate of his, then I'm looked at as that. So, but again, I'm thinking and I'm trying to promote responsible, respectable relationships. So, um, I don't know, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so when you thinking, like, you just not showing up, right? When you just trying to have fun, you just showing up,
You just showing up when you having fun, right?
right? If all you're looking for is a good time, like you don't necessarily care about the consequences until tomorrow, right? You'll deal with them when you deal with them. Like that's a person that's just showing up.
Yeah, yeah. Jazz, our first question tonight was pardon me.
And what's the word? Just, oh, okay, I see. Just showing up. That's why you keep saying it. Okay, my bad.
What does just showing
Just
up
showing.
look like to you?
Okay, so to me in life, just showing up like, okay, so if you have your friends, friendship, any type of relationship, and just show up, just you know, uh, to be there, just to show your face, but you're not really in it. Like in the long run, you're not really solid in the relationship or the friendship, whatever the relationship may be. You just show up whenever. Like if there's a cookout, your family has a cookout, right? And your one friend or your cousin, they really need you. They've been calling you all week, and they really need to talk to you about some deep stuff, one on one. Do you just show up to the family cookout? You think that's all right? But they want you to show up for real, like be in their life and discuss deep things for you. If you just show up, and not even just as I'm saying in the example to the cookout, but just in a more uh, what's the word? Casual sense, in a more casual sense, not as deep and meaningful. You're just showing up like whatever. I'm here. I'm not really here for you. I'm here for the fun and the frolic and the family, but I'm not here for you as an individual. I mean, that's just one small example, something I think about, like, you know what I mean? Or say someone in your family, you know, they're coming to town, right? They're coming to town, but they're not visiting you specifically. They're visiting their friends. Yeah, they're visiting their friends, and they are coming to your city, but they aren't reaching out to you. They're not trying to, you know, have dinner with you, see how your life is going. Um, they're just showing up,
Okay.
literally and figuratively. So I think just showing up is something more like casual, not as meaningful as, you know, being committed to the person. I know that's a whole different definition, but I think just showing up is more minimal.
Okay. Okay. Well, we talked about that earlier, and we were talking about certain things along that line of like relationships of like you said we used that as an example where it was just like like you can't just show up in a marriage. Like you have to be on call, you have to be on deck, you have to you
Right.
have to be available, and
Invested.
invested, right? So it ain't no just showing up. Like you can't casually be married. you know
No.
you know um if you're trying to get married to someone, if you're trying to have a long lasting relationship with someone, you know just showing up ain't gonna get that ain't gonna work either, because you're gonna have to be, like the guy said, invested. You're gonna have to be there mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Let's go down the list of it. Any Ali's, you're gonna have to be there. Right?
No pun intended, Ali.
Yeah, pun intended. So so you're gonna have to be there. All right. If you have a job, we talked about the workplace, like people show up to work and they just
Hmm.
there. They just show up. They not there. They're not trying to make a difference. They're not trying to improve the quality of the work environment. They're not trying to contribute
Exactly.
more than what they think that needs to be done. They just there. They just like, I'm here. You should just be honored by my presence. I
Right.
don't I don't have to do anything extra. I don't have to try to make this experience better for anybody, not even for myself, because I'm just showing up. Um,
Mm-mm.
so,
I would take it a little step further than that, God, as far as the workforce, because it's not even about making things better. They don't even necessarily want to do their own job, right? Like they just want to be at their desk. Like like they don't necessarily even want to answer their phone.
Right. Or if it is like you're saying, like a desk job, even if or any type of job, they just do it half ass, like halfway. They don't really commit to it. Like they're there, they're an employee, but or they're complaining the whole time. I have a coworker. I know of someone. You know,
Say the name,
stop.
Say the name, Jazz. Say
In
the name.
Stop. No. In life, I've experienced a situation where someone they came to work, but they just complained the whole time. They say, "Ugh, God, we have to do this again," or "Aren't you tired of doing this?" But like, no, I come to work. I like what I do. I really do. I like it. If I didn't, I wouldn't do it. I mean, yeah, there's stressful days, there's hard days, but overall, I love what I do. I love working with kids. Like, I get a fulfillment. But this person is just like, ugh, I can't do this. Man, when is break? And like, okay, yeah, I want the break more than the next person, but like, come on. Just if it's that bad, like do something else. And that's what I mean by just showing up. Like, and especially when you're working with other people, and 9 times out of 10, in most jobs, you're working with people, kids, customer service, whatever. Like you're working with people, most jobs.
right.
And you have to like be presentable and you know personable and to that customer or to that person, you're not just, I mean, sometimes people put on a front, but like you have to be there. Like if you're a nurse, you're generally, you should be a compassionate, caring person. You're taking care of people that are sick. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I got a question for you. I'm sorry to cut you, sis.
Yeah,
You you
yes. Okay.
you said something that got me thinking. Personable. What does that mean? Is that the same as being nice? Like what
Not
what
really.
like what is because it sounds awesome. Like it sounds like if we just treat people like another person, then everything should be good, right? Like I do my part,
But
you do your part.
Oh no.
Like
no, not
Oh
quite, not
no.
quite.
Oh
Uh,
no.
nah,
what
nah, nah.
does
Going
personable mean?
biblical. Going biblical, that sound like do unto others as you would have them do unto you. No. That shit is blasphemy.
That's not because that is not reality.
Not
That is not
blasphemy.
reality
Hold
for
on.
real.
That is not reality.
Do
No,
unto others as you would do unto yourself. Now that right
no.
there may have a little bit more personableness to it.
Mm,
Yeah. When I
because
say
because if I treat myself well, then there's a chance that I will treat you well because I'm doing unto you as I do to myself. All right.
mm.
But if I do
right,
unto others as I would have them do it, you might treat me like some shit.
Ah,
You know
and
what I'm
I ain't
saying?
having that.
Right. I don't know how you gonna treat
right.
me.
No, that ain't
I
gonna
don't know
happen.
what you think
I
of
ain't
me. I
having
don't
that.
know how you going. I don't know what you assuming about me. What you perceive about me. What you think I deserve. You know
Oh
what I'm
hell nah.
saying? Like none of that. I don't nah.
Well,
Like
Kendra say I deserve it all.
yeah, they need to fix that shit in the Bible
Not
for real.
quoting Kendrick. Hold on. Let me find that.
They need to
That was,
rewrite that
They
shit
not like
that,
us. They not
for
like
real.
us.
you ain't lying, God. Like that definitely needs a rewrite because it is it sound way better and is more effective saying it the way you saying it, right? Because saying it the other way requires a lot of hope
Yeah,
and not in God, right? But in people
in the person.
to believe in
Right
God
in that person.
Right,
to do the right thing.
right.
Hell nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, like I treat others the way I treat myself. I don't treat myself like shit. So I'm damn. So if you are fortunate enough to be treated like me, then that's a blessing right there. All right?
Facts.
Because I don't go around treating everybody the way I treat myself. Okay?
They have to. Mm-hmm.
So no, those the people I love. They didn't have to earn that shit. They didn't
They
have to
got it.
earn. They got it.
They got it.
You
Right.
see
Just
what I'm
out the
saying?
gate.
You got to throw me away after that point because you got it.
Exactly. So that's I opened up my heart to them and I treat them like I treat myself. I want the best for myself, so you will get the best from me. All right. Now,
Mm-hmm.
do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
When you slow it down like that, it sounds so horrible.
It sounds funny.
As you
Wow.
would,
You're like,
as you would.
um,
What is that? Wood? Nah,
you're
that
like
ain't wood and
questioning
shit.
it. You're like,
You know what I'm
would.
saying?
Mm.
As you
Yeah.
would have him. I don't. Nah. How?
Yeah. But when I
How?
said personable, um, Ali, what I meant was, well, when I just looked up the definition so I could be absolutely correct. It means, being gracious, being friendly, easy to get along with. I'm not sure what you called it, but basically, pleasant, cheerful, charming, nice, just being a nice person in general, like being personable. That's hospitable, comfortable. I'm reading the synonyms. Um,
So I'm jacking now and listening to what you said initially. It sounded like what Pearl was saying. Um,
okay.
to treat people the way that you would treat yourself is what you sound like you saying to me right now. Because the
Well,
synonyms
hmm
are tricky for me because, like I said, like because nice is not positive. based on our
Wait,
breakdown. So
but
so so to have them put it next to nice, I wouldn't like that. I would more go by the definition of it, right? Like
wait,
I
I'm
don't,
confused. Uh,
let me see.
what? But
Personable
personable,
personable can be applied in different settings. Okay, so like being personable in a party setting is being a party person. All right. It's like
right?
trying
Like
to be it's trying
outgoing.
to be a social butterfly, outgoing, right? Being personable.
Yeah,
All right.
talking
Yeah,
to
And
different people and
you
stuff.
could be the whore in the room. That could be personable too. All right.
it just means personal. It just
Mhm.
means pleasant and amiable or
That's
amiable.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I'm saying is it's like it applies to a different
Yeah.
situations. So, personable in a business setting is you might need to be there listening. You might need to be there and be attentive. And that's
Mm,
part of being the personable.
yeah.
You
Exactly.
get it? So it's like so personable is situational. It's not general. And
Right.
you have to know the way to apply it in the environment that it's applicable to cuz it changes. That's why you can't just show up.
Mm,
Exactly.
yeah. Nah.
Because if
I,
you
yeah.
because if you just show up and you don't even know how to conduct yourself in the environment, then now what happens is now you running your mouth in an environment where your mouth need to be closed and your ears need to be open. But you trying to be personable, you thinking that being personable is you trying to be a social butterfly, trying to get people to like you in the room when you already are there. You
You're already
already
in, you're already in the room.
you already in the room.
You've won already.
Right. So you're gonna talk yourself out the room or talk yourself into a worse position than you were,
Yeah.
Exactly.
from trying to be personable.
Yeah, no, that was a good word. Now I wasn't messing with you, sis. When you said it, it really just like it echoed in my ears. I apologize for that. That's just how my brain works.
No, that's what's up. Let's go ahead and get to our second question, y'all.
But
Can just showing up be effective? If so, when, where, and how? Can just showing up be effective? If so, when, where, and how?
Mm.
I go first. I'll say at
uh,
I'll say at a funeral. I'm just picking one at a funeral. Just showing up,
wowzer.
just
Yeah,
showing up can
I
be
agree.
effective at a funeral.
I would disagree with the funeral.
Now
Hold up.
let me finish though. Right.
Hold up. We got
So
some debate here.
so if it's just a funeral that I'm just invited to, and
Mm.
I'm not required to do anything, then
Got you. Just
just
showing.
showing up.
Got you. Got you.
I'm not
Got you. Got
required to do any. I'm not required to perform any rites. I'm not required to carry a coffin. I'm not required to give a
tracking.
speech.
Tracking.
You
Tracking.
know what I'm
Tracking.
saying?
Tracking. I take that back. I agree.
I'm just there to show up.
I jumped out too fast.
You know?
Yeah. Now, that's a good one actually. And I was thinking a more of a negative one. I was like, if you was gonna get jumped or something, you just needed numbers to make the other side get scared. We not. I might not need.
Gang
Hold on,
initiation.
what? You lost me on that.
Nah, because I was in a
To a
situation
DP.
where the numbers could help, right? Where the numbers could could just change the situation.
Oh, that's a discipline though. I think a DP is a discipline. But
Yeah, nah. I don't know, son. Like I don't know. Just showing. Yeah,
but
besides the funeral,
an
I can't think of
initiation.
nothing. Um, where we're just showing up is showing up.
Well, hold on, wait. What about okay. Wedding?
I don't know. I think you would want to be people that want you would want people at your wedding that's happy for you being married.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah, right, of course. Okay, okay. I
I
get it,
would
of
I
course.
would be
No, but
mad
I
if
mean, like,
just showed up.
obviously you're in I mean, you have a relationship with the people that invited you to the wedding, but I'm saying you're not in the wedding as to say that you're like, helping the bride with stuff, but you're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind
but if you
of.
don't bring a gift and you just show up to eat, if you just show up to
Oh,
appetite,
I
then you
see.
just showed up.
Or you
Oh,
just showing up to talk crap, man. I get them 5 years. I get them 3 years. I get
oh.
man. Look at her. She was just with the groomsmen. Look at him. He was just with the bridesmaid. Man, he dirty dog. Blah 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 blah.
Okay, okay. Now okay, you're right. I
I'm
retract
so
that
happy. I'm so
statement
happy.
about the
I'm so
wedding.
happy for y'all. Oh, I'm so happy for y'all.
Yeah,
That
right.
no, no, I get it. I completely retract that statement. There's so much more to it than that, of course. I don't know, situations where you just show up,
Dance. I think the funeral.
and it's a positive. Um, Definitely wouldn't say school, but we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about positive because you
It
you
could be a
show up to
it could be a
class.
positive or negative. Like it's just
Oh, okay, okay.
like where can you show
No, I
up?
thought the question was a positive. Be
Can
effective is
yeah,
Yeah,
can
positive.
it's
just
be
showing up be
effective.
effective?
Can just not be
If
effective?
so,
If so,
when,
where
where,
and when?
and how? I mean, if you need to make it ineffective, make
No,
it ineffective.
okay. Then,
You know,
no, I don't think that it is. I don't think it's effective
take
if
it.
you just show up because you, the way that I conduct myself, like, I feel like you can't just show up somewhere. Like, it means something to me if you show up, but usually there's a deeper relationship or friendship. Like, you're not
Cap.
just gonna show up.
Okay.
Hold on, what?
Nah,
No,
you good. You go ahead.
What happened? Some
What?
sibling stuff.
Yeah, what was that? Hold on. Did you just say cap? Hold on. Don't be capping me, bro. Don't be cough capping me. I caught that. I got good ears now.
Oh, I was coughing. I said cat.
Yeah, you coughed and you cap. And you said I was capping. I want to debate that. Hold on.
You want to
Mm-mm.
debate the
What?
cap?
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
want to
tell
debate
you
the cap. We
stop the
ain't about to
cap.
just
I'm gonna tell you stop
go.
the cap.
I'm not just
That's
gonna
funny.
ignore that.
That's so
No,
funny.
no, no. What you said, your comment was, I'm not the type of person that's gonna just show up and just not be trying to do some extra and go above and beyond or something like that. And I'm saying that's cap. I'm just saying that's cap. I'm not gonna say why it's cap right here, but I'm just saying it's cap. I'm gonna tease you and say it's cap, and I think you know why
Oh,
I'm saying it's
okay.
cap.
We gonna talk about that. Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
So
All right. All
Uh,
you
right.
know, but you can show
It's a
me
little
something different.
sibling stuff. You my
But you
brother.
can make me a liar though. You can make my cap not be true though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, no, I understand completely what
Yeah,
you mean. It
yeah.
You're right. If you are just showing up for someone, I mean, you just show up, it can be effective. It depends on the situation. You just show up to your sister's birthday. But, that's your sister. Wouldn't you want it to be more than that?
You would
But I
want to
mean,
bring a
everyone
gift.
has a different dynamic with their siblings, so that's
yeah,
subjective.
I don't know,
It's
man.
not objective.
That's tough, man. I think the funeral is the only acceptable, where able body is the right body.
Just to be there.
I think I thought about the wedding. I'm thinking about the I'm thinking about everything. I can't think of anything where a person cannot be required to do a thing. And because even if you're sitting on watch, like you're not just out there, like you
You
sitting
on
like
your
Wait,
watch.
what?
like you're on watch,
You
like you
yeah, you on your watch. just
Oh, you
like
clearly on your Apple Watch tweeting people and shit. But you there.
just because you have a gate, a guard shack, or you
yeah,
on the
like just
quarter deck or something, you still
port
got
lookout, like none of that matters.
yeah. You got
you
you
you like you're like that position is not just because we want somebody to stand outside and look at port lookout. Nah,
no.
you out there to keep us safe.
Right. No, you have a responsibility. You ain't just
Yeah,
showing
so
up.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know where it can be affected. That's really hard.
to be effective just showing up, right? I guess if you need people to if you need people to just come out and protest and but not do nothing, like a peaceful protest, we just need you to come out and just sit here and wear a shirt, and then we pay you. Like
Just
And
sit
I-
there.
and I guess the effect would have to be debated on if it was effective or not, right? Because you're right, because they would just need to just show up. Because in my mind, taking it a step further, they would actually need to sign a petition and put their name on something saying that I'm doing something. That'd be more than just showing up though. So
right. They would actually want to support the initiative in hopes that it actually gets some type of acknowledgement on at the legislative level and gets examined
Right.
and hopefully turned into a law, you
That
know.
yeah,
it changed.
Right.
at
That
least
changed.
get their change discussed.
Right. But if I just show up because you say I need bodies and I need, and you're gonna get a check today, like just sign your name right there. You're gonna make $100 today. Here's a T-shirt, and we just need you to stand out
That's a technicality. That's a technicality effectiveness.
here.
Like that's a like because I can say yeah. That's
You don't think that goes on?
no
they
that no
say, they
that's
say
a
that
hundred
stuff
that
goes
that
on like that.
100% goes on, right? I'm that like pay agitators, bro. That's 100%. Uh, and that's why I say that's a technicality effectiveness because for that scenario, the protest itself is the effect. The fact that you had it is the effect, not what it does or what it brings afterwards. Like that's not the important part. So you just need bodies to come out here and just to have the protest so it can look impressive. So damn, funerals and a protest. Okay, I'm all right.
Just showing up. Funerals and a protest. Just show up.
Just show up. Like what else
Mm.
besides that? See, and I had to accept that one, right? That's even hard for me, right? Because I'm like, nah, that's like just showing up to a protest is like protesting just a protest is pointless to me.
I mean, the
But that's what I'm
Ali
saying.
Dawu El wanted to help cut the yellow cake in the at the and serve the food at the repast. You know what I'm saying? You like how you just gonna show up to the funeral and you ain't gonna do nothing.
You can do nothing.
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
Yes, like
You ain't
like,
gonna
like
do
these people need help
mhm.
like that. Like everybody
yeah,
going
like
through something. like
I feel you, God. Like that's how I look at it. Like I want to be put to work. I don't. Me personally, I would rather be in the kitchen rather than be around all the sad people. You know,
facts,
like
facts. Let me make these plates.
yeah, like I would
Right,
rather
because
be
you're doing something. You're
yeah,
being
I would
productive.
rather
Yeah,
be doing
taking your
something,
mind off it.
taking my mind off of it. Not just
I
showing up
agree.
and then
Crying with you.
and crying with and then you see other people crying, and then you start to feel all like, dang, now you want to get up and go outside, you know, and it's like, man, this is too much. Everybody boo-hooing and foo-fooing, and I
Mm-mm-mm.
swear to God, they ain't love this person that much when they was alive.
You guys are
So,
silly.
could that be the truth though, right? Like all of a sudden it's like take me with you, right?
Shit
Like
crazy.
like all of a sudden it's like I want to be buried with you too, and it's like you know it'd be like that, right? And I don't understand it.
What's up, Big Rob?
Peace, God. Hell yeah, like it's strange, man. So we got a protest and a funeral. What else could just showing up be
Hmm.
effective for? Or maybe because it's so hard for us to come up with things, that's proof that just showing up is terrible, right?
But
Because like,
that's
Yeah,
the that's the
exactly.
that's the
Right?
point of
Come on now.
discussing it, though, guy.
Yes.
because I'm
Exactly.
like I'm beating my head. I'm like,
Yeah, that's why we're like sitting here
Exactly.
racking our brains like, when is it
Exactly.
okay to just show up? Wait,
yeah, I
it's
don't
not.
It's
It
like
not.
isn't.
It's not. Like you shouldn't like
Right.
that isn't a mindset that like and we're gonna get to our third question after we come back from these after we do these flavor bombs. But that is the question, Jazz. Like that is one of them things where it's just like when is it okay to just be to do the bare minimum? Like,
It isn't. I
you
don't
know,
think.
like who when people do the bare minimum, it shows up in their life across their whole all areas of their life when they're bare minimum people. You know, it's like some people are bare minimum people and they don't even know that they bare minimum people because
Right.
they refuse to be critical of themselves. Like that's all it is. If they would look at themselves in the mirror and be like, you know what? You are a piece of shit. You are low performing. You are underachieving. If I looked in the mirror and said, I am not doing as much as I could be doing for what I say I want to be doing, that's it right there. I am not doing as much as I know I could be doing for what I say I want to be doing. Like,
The very next thing is, so what you gonna do?
do something.
You all gotta do something.
You know? So, like, now I need to get to work,
Like
Right.
you just looked in the mirror and told yourself the truth. Now you gotta do something.
right? Or do I just say, well, at least I could tell myself that, and
At
then
least I
walk away and then don't do shit? You know, go right
ooh,
back to not
cause
doing nothing.
cause that's just showing up. Cause at least I could tell myself that is wow and the truth. Right. Like that's a real sentiment right there, god damn. Cause it can't be on some old like I'm on my journey and this is just what I gotta go through.
But you absolutely ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-mm-mm.
like you can look at yourself and tell yourself that, but then you're not willing to act on it. And
Yeah.
that's the other half that need to be done. Now act on it.
Act on it.
Exactly. Put your money where your mouth is. Say what you're gonna do. What
You
you
know,
said that you
yeah,
said you were gonna do.
yeah. Don't say nothing else no more. Just do.
Just do.
Right. Exactly.
Just do. Stop talking and do. Now it's just all
Right.
action.
Show improve. Let there's what is the quote?
Yeah, show and prove. You're right.
Do
To
the work.
yourself.
Right. Of course, yourself, your inner
Nah, you're outer. This
yourself.
is outer.
Yeah.
This is outer. It's not inner. It's outer.
Cause
Because
cause you gotta do the work. The universe gotta see your work. Right. Like
Oh, I see.
if you don't do it, then you're not sacrificing for what you want. You're not like you got to have sweat equity, financial
You're
equity.
not
You got to have
doing the work towards what you want to do or what. Yeah.
yeah, like you hoping, and you're not working. You're hoping when you do
Right.
that, right? And
Yeah.
it's a big thing, man. Like like for me personally, I have a hard time having conversations with anybody about anything that's not doable, right? Like if at the end of this conversation, we're not formulating a plan to actually accomplish something.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time having conversations with people about sports or um, anything frivolous, right? Because I just want to do things, right? I spent so many years of my life thinking and talking and woulda, shoulda, couldas, and missing boats that I built myself, and I let somebody else go for a ride. And they just never brought it back, right? And now it's like, man, if I build it, if I even have a dream about building a boat, I'm out.
right. Set more stations.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out, right? Like
For
my
real.
wardrobe is about to look like, we about to set underway. Like we gonna be securing for sea. I'm about to set my mind, my body, my spirit for being underway because I'm putting myself in position to be underway because that is what I want. Like that, like I had that dream. It was a dope dream, and now I want to go get that.
Right.
I'm with you, God. Call Gilligan, bitch.
Call Gilligan, you know what I'm saying?
Good
Like,
Tell him
again.
we on the tell him we on the way.
you know what I'm saying? Like, You know what I'm saying?
we
Like,
coming for we coming call the skipper and Marianne and everybody. We on the way, baby.
yeah, man. Like, so it's hard for me to just show up or to even have conversations with people that just show up, especially when I do what you say, God, and I treat people the way that I treat myself, because I'm ultra hard on myself. I'm super critical of myself,
Mm-hmm.
right? I 100% want the best of myself for myself, right? So if you got my heart, I kind of want the same for you. Like rather,
If you hanging with me, you know what I'm saying? Like that's part of if you hanging with me, that's part of being on my level. Like that's part of
and
us
and
being on the same level.
and it
Yeah,
ain't
that's
no,
big. You're on my level. You're my friend. I want you to do your best at whatever you want to do. And I'm going to, you know, motivate you and push you to do that. But you ultimately have to do that work for yourself. Doesn't mean I won't be your friend or whatever, because you don't. But, I'm very ambitious and do things. And I want someone that, wants to do things as well. Doesn't matter the
What you'll
magnitude.
find is, I agree, Jazz. What you'll find is when people not thinking like that and you had them around you, they'll pull you down.
yeah,
You,
because
Right.
they'll start making you feel like you think you better than them.
right.
They'll start
Yeah,
making
I've
you
had that in the
feel,
past. I had that in the past.
yeah, like
Friendships.
the narrative behind your back is you bougie, you uppity, you
Yeah, I've
sedity,
heard that before. Yeah,
right?
all
Like
that.
you think you white, the all that crap, right?
Yeah.
Um,
That's crazy.
when in reality is they really just got your heart and they don't know it and they can't handle it, right? Like
Exactly.
like
Right.
because your heart is lighter than the feather when they got it, right? Like because you give it because like because you wouldn't give somebody a heavy heart, right?
For what?
and
Hold
and
on. What?
when they got your heart, they like they is being weighed against theirs, and if they are wicked people, if they are not doing their best, that lightness is weighing down on them. Like it's I don't know. Like
I know,
it's
no, I know what you mean. Even though you said lightness is weighing down and it's light, so it can't really weigh anything down. But no, I know what you
but
mean.
their heart is so
Emotionally.
heavy, right? Like their heart is heavier than yours, right? And they got your heart. I'm saying your heart. Pearl say if you riding with me, it's all the same. Like it's that's
Yeah,
semantic,
yeah,
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
right?
yeah. I get it too. It's unfortunate, but that happens, and we find out who's our real friends and who is really down for us and who isn't. Because I don't ever go into any friendship or relationship being fake or not being who I am. You know, that's not a way to be. You know, you don't just what's the phrase? Just show up. I show up as my authentic true self, and someone can take it or leave it, or understand who I am or not. And obviously everyone has things to improve upon, but in general, when you're talking about someone's personality or what they're doing, like, don't don't criticize me because you're mad about yourself or whatever. And I'm not even
A
one of
hundred
those
percent
people.
fact.
Yeah, and I've never been one of those people that's like, oh, I have haters. Oh, haters this, haters that. I've never been that type of person. Like, it yeah. I'm confident, that's for sure, but I'm not like about the hater like stuff.
Oh, you got some haters.
I got haters. You got haters.
You got
You
some
got haters.
haters.
You got haters.
You
I
got
know,
some
but I don't
haters.
feel like I have to go around like saying it all the time. Be like, yeah, I got
That's
some
true.
haters.
Yeah,
That's
Haters in
true.
the building. Like, that's just not my personality in general. But they out there, they looking, they lurking.
yeah.
Where
We
you at?
got haters. We all got haters.
Yeah, we all got them, and they don't all be lurking. They they they
Right,
they, they sometimes they be upfront and personal.
Hmm.
right.
For no reason.
Or family.
For
Yeah,
no reason. Like why? We can get so much done together.
That's them. That's them.
We can get so much more done
They heart
together,
too damn heavy.
you know. But look, y'all, tonight, make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel so when we go live, you never miss an episode
Yeah.
of Cigar Sundays Live. And tonight, y'all, we have been talking about just showing up. We have answered two questions this evening so far. Our first question was, what does just showing up look like to the Cigarden panel? And I am Jazz Garcelle, the God Ali Dawu L at BK Soul Farm, and myself, Chef Earl Pearl at DB Chef TV. We shared what just showing up looks like, and it was very interesting. We exchanged some very great insights. Our second question we just kind of wrapped up was, can just showing up be effective? If so, when, where, and how? And, it was interesting that it's not that many places that just showing up can be effective. You know, like
Mm-mm.
we kind of came to the consensus that, to a census that, general census that, it just showing up is just doing the minimal effort. And when you're going to different places, you want to be, in order to be effective, you're gonna have to do more than just show up. You know, so at this point in time, right now, y'all, we gonna go ahead and we gonna take a little 60-second break, and we gonna come back with I am Jazz Garcelle and the Flavor Bombs. Happy holidays from DB Chef TV. Get dipped in fresh drip with 25 off the entire website from now to January, with a huge selection and savings for every Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and Christmas list. Celebrate the holiday with DB Chef TV gifts. Visit www.dbcheftv.com and tap the gift shop link.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So BKSOLFARM.com, 1016, 160 self-sustainability. Jump on a list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
We getting this money, ain't no limit, what's the cost? You ain't got it, don't run it up on me. Baby, I'm a boss, babe.
Hey guys, it's Jazz Garcelle with your weekly flavor bomb. So in news recently, Jay-Z, music mogul, and of course Beyonce's husband, has been named as a conspirator in the whole Diddy case. He's been named as they're saying that he allegedly raped a 13-year-old girl back in the day with Diddy. Immediately, Jay-Z has denied these allegations. Immediately, his team brought out a statement denying these allegations. And, I think that's very noble of him, courageous to just speak out right away. It can show people either he's telling the truth, he wants to get behind it very quickly. We obviously don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but we'll discuss that. In Australia, a couple of a six-year-old child of a couple in Australia, they've been accused of Munchausen syndrome. Basically, they've been faking their child's cancer diagnosis. They allegedly shaved his head, his eyebrows, placed him into a wheelchair with bandages so that he would appear sickly. And of course, a 6-year-old child doesn't know any better to, defend themselves. They appeared in court Friday, December 13th. They're both charged with one aggravated count of committing an act likely to cause harm, which carries a minimum sentence of 7 years in jail. Now, if you'd ask me, I would say 7 years isn't enough for causing your child such emotional and, mental pain that they're going to have to go through years after this situation when they find out what the detriment of their parents did to them. Last story. So the OpenAI, I'm not sure if you guys use ChatGPT or OpenAI. one of its founders from the early days, a 26-year-old, he's been found in his apartment in San Francisco from an alleged suicide attempt, or he committed suicide. Now, it's just, he said in a note that he came to the conclusion that the company had violated copyright laws in developing its AI technology, and that the platforms such as ChatGPT are harming society. So it kind of sounds like he had a guilty conscience about being a part of the creation of such AI platforms like ChatGPT. Um, so yeah, I thought that was very interesting. That he decided to um, commit suicide. And obviously, we don't know if that was the reason, but as said on Twitter, he participated in an NHT story about fair use in generative AI, why he's skeptical about it. So he was skeptical, and yeah, it's a sad story. So, yeah, those are the flavor bombs of this week.
All right, so moving right along, the guy Ali Dawood El BK Soul Farm. We got these flavor bombs, and we might have to go back and forth with you, Jazz, just to reiterate what the actual topics was. But the first one we
Sure,
had
sure.
was Jay Z. What you got on the Jay Z situation?
Yeah, I heard about Jay Z being named as part of one of that on the Diddy stuff. I'm gonna be honest with
Hmm.
you. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I take issue with everything from the very beginning. Um, as soon as I hear 13-year-old girl
Right.
at an All-Star Weekend event by herself, or even with her parents, I'm like,
It was said that she was by herself, which is what.
yeah, like so. I'm saying either way. I'm saying whether she was by herself or
Either
he
way, yeah.
either he or she was by themselves or with their parents at an all-star weekend event. Like that's an adults only kind of situation. So,
Hmm.
so for children to be there is insane. In the first place, um, with that mindset in my mind, any young lady that I might meet at said weekend, I might assume or suspect that she's of age like everybody else because you had to
It's an
travel.
adult event.
You had to travel to get here and shit like that, right? So,
Yeah.
um, so I take issue with things like that first, because
Hmm.
that part of the story just don't make sense to me in the first place. Um, neither here nor there. If it was said, I like how Jay Z responded, like you said, he came out striking back saying like, show
Hmm.
your face, say your name, right? Like
Right.
you don't just get to put this in public and let a bunch of dummies who get their investigative skills from Matlock and NYPD Blue, um, and CSI and stuff like that, right? Like we watch so
Right.
much TV that we think we investigators and we think that we can tell when somebody is being truthful or honest or being a monster, and it's just not true, right?
Right. We
So
can't
so
tell.
so I like the idea of show your face, uh, let the world know your name so that they can look at your social media too, and they can go through your background and see if you are credible or not credible or whatever, right? So I'm with that.
Hmm.
The second thing, you want me to keep going, God, or you want to back and forth? How you want to do it?
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, we could go. We could just run through it because we're not going to debate Jay Z situation
Yeah, you know what
unless
I'm saying?
you
Like
know.
the second one, um, so my first question was that uh
Hmm.
they went to court in Australia? Like this is Australia? Like this is in Australia
Yeah.
or they are
It's in Australia. The situation happened in Australia. So I mean,
and so both parents are going to jail for 7 years?
both parents.
Damn.
So, child got a rough life. The parents faked the cancer. Now the child going to foster care.
Yo, you know, the kid gonna go to foster care or whatever they got over in Australia. Uh,
Right,
uh, the kid is gonna be known as the kid that faked cancer, even
right.
though
It was his
Stop.
parents'
Oh
fault, right?
my
His
even though it was
parents
his
did it.
parents, even though his parents did it, like he would have to.
right.
I would imagine he would have to change his name later because like
Yeah.
They gonna tease him to
tease, tease him,
Stop. He gonna have to get a wig and everything. Listen,
yo,
they shaded. That's
tease
horrible.
tease him into potential suicide, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
no, really. Like they
and
had a GoFundMe page, says that they and word of mouth, of course, to get donations. Says that they raised about 38,200 US dollars in a short period of time,
for what? For legal fees? Or for was that for treatment?
for medical fees.
Oh, okay, for treatment. Wow, they came up. I need to
wow,
join the
Yeah, for medical
GoFundMe, man.
fees.
If it's that easy,
I don't know, son. 7 years for 40 grand. I don't know.
I might just voila. I need a beer. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
See how drunk everybody want to get me.
Yeah, like yo, and the last one, the open AI guy that committed suicide.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna be honest, like the narrative sounds real conspiratorial to me. Um, he created a thing, and now is what's that Oppenheimer guy created the atom
um,
bomb, and then after he
oh
blew something
yeah,
up,
that
he
movie,
he felt bad for creating the atom bomb.
right? Like make
It's
it make
like
sense.
it's like you ain't feel that bad. Like so, at no point in time did you think about this. At no point in time did you think
Like
did you.
this is gonna blow some shit up.
Stupid.
Right, like
Not one
and
time,
only
right?
after it
Right.
got used. Now you feel bad, and now you talking about I done yeah. So I don't know about that. But as far as him committing suicide, like yo man, like society is at least in American society, we are
Yeah, and this
outwardly
happened in America. This was California.
yeah we are outwardly and openly crying out for help, right? Like
Hmm.
the onset of bad behavior from all the ratchetness taking off, becoming the new norm. The just about all of the relationship goals are falling apart right before your eyes.
Right?
Um,
Will and Jada, etc.
right.
Will and Jada ain't no, ain't don't they don't you be putting no smut on Will and Jada, man. Go ahead, God.
Listen,
Finish your
August
discussion.
Alsina, you don't remember that?
Hold up. What you
Right,
I
like
say?
so
remember
it's just
that.
What do you
so
say?
yeah, I don't know, man. So I just think we suffering and I read something today that said that a lot of Americans are running away. A lot of adult Americans are running away from their lives, and how close to the FBI did a study and said that close to 40% of the quote unquote missing Americans, missing adults, are voluntarily missing.
What do
Right?
you
They
mean missing? Like, where are they going? I'm confused.
people they so people
Where
they
are
say
they missing?
yeah, so like they say people have like emotional breakdowns or they get bullied on social media
Oh,
or and they just run away from their family or run away from their friends and just go to Mexico or go to another country or go to another state. They just
oh, I see.
they just leave
That's
and
really
just
sad. Just check
eh,
out of life,
yeah
kind
and,
of.
and and it's a form is a form of suicide without actually dying physically, but you kill that part of you because you want to do something else. And apparently, this thing is taking it en route to where it's becoming not an epidemic, but it's becoming like a real thing where people just doing life and just checking out and doing a different life,
But
right? So
wow, what's this called? Where did you? This
I
is
I,
crazy.
I I read it on Apple News. Let's see if I can find it again and I'll send it to you.
Yes, please,
I
because
don't
that's
think that's
very
bad. I don't think that's bad. I'm gonna say why I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's
okay.
bad because now those people will find groups of peoples who are just as fucked up as they are, and then they can coexist together. Okay, because all of those people don't want to, like, they checking out. Okay, cool. I know it may be some trauma, some things that they haven't healed from. They don't want to heal from it. They want to run from it. So they're runners. They not fighters.
Correct.
So they're people
Right.
who go and be around, go be around your kind. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where you will find solace and comfort. I'm around my kind. You know, I like being around people who are confident, who are fighters, people who try to solve things, who try to be solution oriented. I like that. I like people who strive to be better than yesterday. You know, I don't like quitters. I don't like low vibrational people. Woe is fucking me. I can't do this. I'm this and them. I don't like that. I don't want to be around them people. You know, I want to be around people who like, fuck this shit. I ain't sick. I'm going to get better and I'm going to do this. Regardless of if you got metal in your back, your knees, you know what I'm saying?
Your throat cut.
Your throat, you know, whatever it is, it's like, I'm not going to be defined by that. I'm still going to have things that I'm going to accomplish that's going to make me feel good, you know? So like,
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
not
you.
running away from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like that shit
Yeah.
crazy. You know, running away from people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
them people probably never valued you anyway. That's the reason what gave them people the confidence to just go. So I don't see how that is, if they don't, if they never valued the relationships that they had. Now if they running away from friends that never showed them no fucked up shit, probably loved on them hard and told them that and what the what's that guy's name? I watch him sometime. One of these, I'll be following some of these billionaire guys, just paying attention to some of the stuff that they say. It's a what's his name? Something Pena. This old little white guy looked like the man on the Monopoly board.
What?
He do though, but he, you know what I'm saying. But he's a hard ass, you know what I'm saying, and he really be dropping some jewels, man. And
Mm-hmm.
he said that when his mother died, his mother told him the truth is always gonna hurt, always should hurt. The truth should always hurt, no matter what. Now, I didn't be like, okay, the truth should always hurt no matter what. But I get the understanding of it. It's gonna be some things that you're gonna have to accept about life that's gonna
Right.
hurt. But people who love you gonna tell you the truth. People who don't give a fuck about you, who don't care about your progress, who don't care about you being better, are going to lie to you and lie to you and lie to you and lie to you. They never going to check you. They never going to try to give you that look in the mirror to say, I don't know what the hell you looking at. Okay? But this what I see.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Anybody that want to see what's gonna happen next, right? Like that's not your friend. That's not a teammate. That's not like if they can listen to your rant and be like, yo, man, like, and you say it's on site when I see this mug or whenever, whatever, and it ain't even that serious, and they be like, word, and they sit back and they actually literally grab their popcorn. Like that's somebody that is absolute.
Not grab their popcorn though.
They said, hold up, God. They said it was on site, but then they sat back and grabbed popcorn.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense.
I thought, ain't that called faking jacks? Oh
You know what
man,
I'm saying? Like, I
that's
don't know,
wild.
man.
That's wild. But
Yeah, like I'm
anyway,
just saying, like, people taking
run
themselves out.
away, run away, run away,
You know, like
run away,
America is mentally weak right now.
run away. You know, apparently there are groups of people who find solace in running away from their problems, and I think that may be a good thing because they can go and cohabitate together.
Yeah, no, it's good for them.
you know.
You know.
But it's not good
Yeah,
for the
it's
people who
sad.
like, you know what I'm saying? No, we don't want to run away from shit. We trying to fight these battles and we trying to learn, you know, and improve and make sure that these things don't have to be battles no more. If you some shit you fight at one time, guess what? You build up an immunity to it. You build up an understanding. You know, and guess what? Then you don't have to go down that road again. You already went down that road. You
Yep.
understand how it works. So, you know, that's how we live in life. Going to you know, the flavor bomb, continuing with the flavor bomb, Jay-Z, man, I just hope, and I'm not a hopeful person, like I don't be hoping shit, but I just hope it's all fake and it's all false. I really do, you know,
Exactly.
like I really do, man, because I'm tired of seeing it, you know, and I do, I love what Jay Z and Beyonce exemplify, you know, like I don't think that they have a whole lot of. I'm not looking for them to be the black saviors. I'm not looking for them to be these political people and all that other shit. But I do enjoy seeing a husband, a black husband, and a black wife, billionaires, two people with money, a form of Cliff and Heathcliff and Claire Huxtable, and they not
Right.
in competition with each other, and they raising their family. You know,
Exactly.
they both are being successful in what it is that their endeavors, and they making their relationship work outside of
Exactly.
of the shit that ain't even our business. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that to me is of value. That to me is of something for people to, particularly black people, to see that example and say, you know what, I can strive to do that. That's something that I can
Exactly.
strive to do. That's a family nucleus. Okay. So I don't like it.
At
Um,
all.
You know, I don't like it. I don't like, but whatever the agenda is or whatever the fuck is going on, you know, like all this stuff gonna come out. I just hope that like when it all gets finished being revealed, that like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that Jay is straight, his family is straight, you know, maybe
Yeah, me too.
everything is fake,
Exactly.
you know, everything was faked and frauded and, you know, that would be nice. I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, you know, now if it doesn't turn out like that way, then it just like, damn, that's fucked up. But hey, that's
Mm.
choices. If it's real, then that's choices he's made in his life that, you know, like we all have made choices, and everybody gotta be held accountable for whatever they do. But you know, in my heart of
Exactly.
hearts, you know what I'm saying, like I do hope that that none of this stuff is the case. You know, even if some more stuff come out or whatever going on going forward, you know, I hope that him and any of them other guys, like you was talking about Will Smith and Jada, like they don't have no
Yeah, I was
fucking
halfway joking. Like I want people's I don't want to see any black unit or black love be destroyed or torn down. That's important. That's you know,
because it seems like that's all that can be put on the brothers is, you know, which is low, but it seems like this keeps being the narrative, you know, of
And most of the time it's not true, but it still gets to be the narrative.
it
Like that's the
still
part,
keeps
right?
being the
Like
narrative.
we like so think about it. We get like so R. Kelly was true ish, or I mean it was true. Bill Cosby was true, but it's put on everybody,
Everybody.
and we only got two that was true for that, like where people got locked up and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Like,
hmm
but it gets put on everybody.
And it's seeming like, well, when black men get money, they can't control their penis.
That's what it seemed like.
That's what it's being made to, you know,
Correct.
that's what's being what they call
Which
fact
which which was the
manufactured.
which was the original narrative in the first place, right? It wasn't even necessarily that black men that who get money it was powerful black men, period, right? That was the whole narrative about King Kong, right? Like King Kong was a representative of the black man, and he just wanted the white woman, right? And like to the detriment, it's been about our sex this entire time, right? And it's not this is just a rewrite, right? So it's not a new. That's why I said like we got Bill Cosby and we got R. Kelly.
Wait, what do you mean about our sex? Like, are you talking? What do you mean?
What do you mean? The penis envy, the the black man.
Oh, you're
What?
you're saying that most of the issues when there's something in the media about male celebrity that it's pertaining to sex. That's what you're saying,
Yeah, that's what we're saying, right?
Yeah,
The things that always seem to tarnish our
right?
progressives always seem to be the same exact narratives. There's never a
Anything else?
a new narrative where somebody was like a mastermind, Bernie Madoff type person, or it's always a sex
Oh,
thing.
I see.
right.
Yeah.
It's like
It's,
you made your money legitimately, but you just, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah, right.
you couldn't control yourself around women. Like you
which
couldn't.
which which
Right.
which sounds crazy because you was able to control yourself to make your money legitimately, but all of a sudden you just can't control yourself around women, which sounds crazy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I just, I just hope that that stuff is not true with Jay Z going forward, and we will see what's going on with Sean Combs,
Hmm.
with Puffy. We'll see what's going on with him, with Puff Daddy, man. When this case unfolds, and until then, it's just we don't know for real, for real. We do know he beat the crap out of Cassie. We do know
Yeah,
that.
we knew that. We
We
hell
do
yeah, that
know
that
that
that happened.
you do beat women, dude. We do know that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
so we do know that. All
Yeah,
the other stuff we don't know. So it is alleged,
no
and we gonna give
evidence
you that.
that we know of.
That time for all of that stuff to to come into full view.
And I want to say just because we know that he beat Cassie because of that video does not equate to him doing all that other sexual stuff,
No,
right?
it don't. No, it
Right? Like
don't.
the only so like to the majority of the dummies though, well, if he did this one thing, there must be some truth to some of that other stuff. And I'm saying the only thing that we do know is we saw the video where we saw him beating the shit out of Cassie.
Yeah,
Like, that's the only
but
thing that.
that's people who think like that probably did ain't never just met a real pimp in their life. You know what I'm saying? Because a
Would you
pimp,
say, Errol?
I said some people probably ain't never met a pimp before. Like a pimp, a whoop a woman ass. You know what I'm saying? But he won't touch no kids. Like children will be off limits. Like that's still a person with morals to a certain level. You know,
Hmm.
because you gonna hear like my morals is I'm not a pimp, so I don't need to beat on women. Plus, I don't beat on women anyway. Like it's not gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
fair fight. All right, that's my
Right.
morals though. But if you a pimp, you may be like, I might need to tighten that bitch up. But you know what I'm saying? She out of line. But that don't mean that they gonna go and do something with some children. you know so that's where it's like everybody nowadays is just on, and then you
Yeah.
got to think about the women that allow themselves to still be in those situations like we talked about earlier, with having a pimp, with getting their ass whooped, but that's just part of the life. That's just part of the, yeah. I mean, if you watch some of them documentaries and stuff like that, like them chicks, they used to it. Them hoes, they used to it. That's part of the life. That's just the lifestyle. So
Right.
so it ain't abnormal to them for a pimp to go upside their head. You know what I'm saying? To check them and get them back in line, get them back straight.
Shit crazy.
Cause that's their culture, right? That's what they got going on. But that don't mean that you won't see a pimp and a hoe kill a person that's doing something wrong to a child
Yeah.
and take the child to come live with them. Now, whether they had a child pimping in a few years, that's a different story. But you know what
Well,
I'm saying?
think I
Correct.
seen that movie.
You
Think
know,
I
better
seen that
than
one.
it might be better than it might be better they pimping, they learning to pimp than they being assaulted. So you just gotta life be like that sometimes, man. You don't know how it go for different people. But the fake cancer thing, that's horrible.
Hmm.
And it's unfortunate that them people gonna be now that they didn't exercise better judgment and and we're lazy, you know,
Hmm.
and we're lazy because they wanted to scam and they wanted to use their child to scam for money,
Exactly. It's horrible.
and now they are harming the child more than they did. It's just stupid. I don't know what people be thinking, man. But
Right. Yeah.
but but I'm glad it ain't just dumbass Americans. It sounds like it's some dumbass Australians too. So
That's
You
what I'm like.
silly.
Yo, son, yo, but social media has taken ratchetness around the world. Like it has exposed the ratchetness around the goddamn world, bro. Like everybody is ratchet. This is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the whole world is on
Hmm.
So stupid, son. Like,
How you gonna lie on your baby and
Hmm.
then
yo, 6 year old.
and then when you get caught up, now they come take your baby and now it's like the dumbest shit ever. Then when you get out, you're not even gonna have no money and you're gonna be a felon and you're gonna have to get into programs and stuff now to get your child back and who
Yo,
knows what
God.
trauma that child is gonna be
Right. And there was a
exposed to.
sibling too. So it's like,
And the other back, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, there's another one too. Yo, God, like how,
Yo,
yeah, how both of y'all go to jail? Like how the story isn't if we get back, one of us is taking this rap, and the other one that had nothing to do with it. Like how we
yeah,
both
they're both
uh
in it. They
they didn't
both
even think that
did
far
it.
ahead.
yeah, no, I understand they both did it, but what I'm saying is how like as like the man that I am, if me and my wife was Bonnie and Clyde, I'm saying like when we get back, like all that heat is mine,
Right.
all that dirt is mine. Like she a civilian, she don't know what the hell going on. She could be the grimiest, most
She could have been the
cutthroat,
mastermind. She
the
could have
whole
been the
master.
mastermind.
I'm saying is mine, right?
Right.
It's because if we got children, somebody like one of us got to be
You
there
would
for
take
them.
the fall. You're saying you would take the fall, even though she was involved.
Yeah, that's what
Of
I'm saying, right?
course.
Like, how does both
Yeah.
parents go to prison? Is what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy.
Of course.
Like nobody was thinking about the children. Nobody like, I don't know. Y'all both can't put your name on the dotted line saying we both gonna be bank robbers. Like, somebody got to have a mask on. Like, we both can't go to prison. Like, that can't work.
Stupid.
That shit can't work.
Stupid.
Mm-mm, it's crazy.
Stupid. We both not even they ain't even had no plan B.
They had no plan, bro.
Right.
They
Like,
ain't even had no
Zero
plan B.
plan B.
Well, he's the mastermind and it's just like lock me up. My wife ain't had nothing to do with it. I was the one who told her to blah blah blah. You know, I even smacked her one time.
I even smacked her one time.
Like come on, something.
I forced her to do it,
I
right?
forced
Like,
her to do it.
Right.
Yeah, anything to keep your family
cause
together.
cause we talking about the family. We ain't talking about an individual me. We ain't talking about individual you. We talking about the thing that we agree and that what we created based off our agreement.
Right.
Like we got to protect that, even if one of us got to sacrifice. We got to protect what we created.
Yeah. I think they feel like their kids just showed up.
They just showed up. They just kids, right? Like we are in the era of fuck them kids, right? Like
Right.
Stupid.
we didn't we
Stupid
didn't we
kids.
didn't really want you anyway.
we ain't really
So
want you anyway, right?
so we
Like
gonna take a little vacation. It's okay. You go to some
For
foster
seven
homes,
years.
get exposed to who knows what. you know.
Thought about aborting you, but we figured we can get like 40 grand if we just lied and said you got cancer.
Crazy. What was the
Mm.
last thing you had, Jazz? The suicide guy?
Yeah.
What was that one?
Oh yeah, yeah, the AI. One of the creators of Chat GPT in the early years. In August, he said he left Chat GPT, and also like recently on Twitter, he tweeted out things about being, you know, skeptical about it, about Chat GPT and about other AI platforms, and he committed suicide.
Okay.
So it kind of seems like,
Yeah. Well,
you
rest in peace to him.
know,
I don't know. Do I sound like insensitive? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,
Nah, yo,
at
son,
least he
get
didn't fake with it. You know, he didn't run away. He just said, you
no,
know
he
what?
didn't. He
I'm
didn't run
done.
away.
He just said, you know,
he ran
so
into it.
yeah. So I kind of, you know, people who commit suicide, man, like I kind of give them a lot. Like you bold, man. Like you, I think those are some of the bravest people on the planet. You know, like cause
Brass balls, bro.
I'll do a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff out of anger, some stuff out of fear. You know, some
But
stuff
hurting
out of
myself, that's tough.
yeah, but like just end it. You know, like I'm just
Mm,
like
no, I got too much to live for
I might have a
now.
better day tomorrow and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's
that's
like,
hard, bro. That's hard.
you
Yeah.
know, so it's like, I don't know, like, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm
But I do have to get out of here in a little bit, guys. But I'm glad I could
yeah,
share the flavor bombs with everyone.
yeah. So definitely, yeah, I don't really have too much sympathy for that, you know, too. He just, you know, salute to him, rest in peace to that guy. You know, I don't know why AI got so difficult, but I don't know. I always tell people like, you know, AI, it still is a person behind the AI. So
Right.
they have to program it. Like they have to write the code. They have to teach the computer to do the things. So, you know, I don't never put the computer before the human who actually programs, you know. Like everybody all on Bitcoin, like Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Yeah, we own some Bitcoin, of course. I encourage everybody to own some Bitcoin. Matter of fact, my investment strategy is buy some and sit on your hands. Okay, but if you think that Bitcoin is completely autonomous and all this other bullshit they talking about, stop it. Somebody created it. The shit wasn't here one day and then it just came here the next day and it's on a damn computer. Stop it. Who's the
Right.
fool? Who's like
It's
whatever, man.
untraceable.
Yeah, like come
Can't
on.
nobody like it's invisible. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
How is it untraceable when there's a digital ledger? Like that just sound like
Yeah, but that's still untraceable though. Like
Untraceable.
like I ain't- like I ain't get taught in school like when they was teaching us how to write a check. You know what I'm saying? And you had the little ledger to balance it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't get taught that. So you telling me that they not even using that with this digital thing? Fuck out of here, man. Like all right. For all the
Mm-mm.
cadidiots that believe that shit. I salute. For real. But nah, thank you, Jazz, for the flavor bombs.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
We getting this money, ain't no limit. What's the cost? You ain't got it, don't run it up on me. Baby, I'm a boss, babe.
Yep, and getting right back to the show, y'all. Make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. This evening, we have been talking about the phrase just showing up. We have three questions that we have been examining this evening throughout the conversation. We went through question 1 and 2. We are going to go ahead and move on to our third question of the evening, which is, do people with a just showing up mindset trend toward higher levels of achievement? Do people
Um,
with A just showing up mindset trend toward higher levels of achievement? I am Jazz
Well,
Garcelle. We're gonna get your take on that real quick because we know you got to get up out of here soon.
I would say no, because uh no, not at all. Because I mean, their mindset is we just showing up. I'm just there. I'm coming in. I'm just showing up. It's more casual, more laid back. Not to say that casual or laid back is negative, but maybe I should say it's minimal. That's the word. Minimal. You're just showing up. You're not showing up to do hard work. You're not showing up prepared to work or to do whatever. You're not showing up with a plan. You're just showing up. You're not showing up with any materials or a plan. You're just showing up. You're
Mm.
just expecting whatever to happen with magic, or you don't care enough to show up prepared or with any, you know, materials or any preparedness. You just show up. You just go and expect things to happen, and that's not how life works. Everything in life, you have to takes a plan or a commitment or a methodology or 1 2 3, a process, a plan, everything. I got to wake up in 5 hours, 6 hours. I got to go to bed early. Now, if I just show up for work, I just wake up, show up for work. That's not responsible. That's not, you know, you have to make a plan, show up and be prepared and be responsible. That's just a simple, little example, but just anything in life, yeah, that basically like, and I understand what you're saying when you meant with all the questions about just showing up, because we seem to be really baffled by the number two, trying to figure out what is not um considered something that you don't show up for, or whatever it was.
Right, to
Trying to
be
figure,
effective.
trying to figure out what things that, you know, I was definitely baffled on that when we were trying to figure that out. But it's because there isn't anything that you shouldn't show up for and be prepared, or a lot of things that you're like, okay, I can just come to this and it's okay. Because it isn't. That's not how things should be. I mean, obviously, there's people that do whatever they want and just show up, and that's fine. But uh, it's not going to get you to too many positive places, because you got to think things through in life, and no matter what you're doing, or what situation you're in, you can't just show up and expect results. When you take a test, you take the SATs, you can't just show up with your number two pencil. I mean, you can, of course, but I mean, you can your number two pencil and your name tag, but you should show up knowing that you studied for months in advance and you have that knowledge in your brain. You're ready to take the test and you are prepared to pass it, if not, get a high score.
I should have took that advice.
Shut up.
I just showed up.
Shit, my parents had me in SAT prep courses at 7 a.m. every Saturday prior to the SATs. Like,
Hell no, I just showed
yeah,
up.
like you're
uh,
I
gonna take this and you're gonna do good.
what
I didn't even take it.
what day you take the SAT? Oh, they giving it. Oh, they gonna have it at the school this Saturday. Oh yeah.
Right, right, exactly. No, Saturday I just sleep in. No, ain't nobody got time for that.
Like, okay,
I'll be all right.
let me just go ahead and just go up here
Right, let me just slide up in there.
yeah.
What's your answers, bro?
Yeah.
Answers. It's the SATs. What?
Yeah, you couldn't cheat off nobody test on that one.
Right. It's a little different, but
Definitely, definitely. So before you go, is just showing up bad, good, or misunderstood? Jazz Garcelle.
I'm gonna say it depends on the situation. I can't say it's bad. Can't say it's good. I would say it's more so on the bad side, but it depends on the situation. Really, kind of. No, actually, I'm gonna say it's negative. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say it's negative. Um, yeah, because yeah, because I like you want someone to show up and mean something, like for them, like you're saying your wedding. They're not just gonna come and show up or for a wedding. You want someone, you don't want just some person to just show up. Yes, you invited them, but you want them to show up and, have a present or have, something, you want people there that are important to you in your life, but you also want them to be there and, you know, say hello, say congratulations. You don't want them to be there and just eat your food and not even say two words to you. Like, that's crazy. Like,
What I do, because I'm paying a lot of money for this daggone wedding. So,
right, 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 right,
Eat this food, drink
so
this drink.
yeah.
right. Get
So show
like
up and
you
with your
eat
show up
everything on that
hungry
plate,
and thirsty.
right?
At least at the bare minimum, show up hungry
Right,
and thirsty,
exactly.
please. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes,
everybody ain't getting invited. You
right,
know.
right.
I'm gonna
It's a
be there with
big
my
thing.
appetite, God.
Right, me too.
You good. You good, fam.
Hell yeah.
For real. We got hungry and thirsty, man. Cause it's gonna be plenty of that. There's gonna be plenty of libation flowing. You know what I'm saying? And plenty of food, plenty of refreshments. We gonna have that going. But yeah. Well, definitely, Jazz. Thank you for your insights this evening and the flavor bombs. Thank you for not just showing up,
Facts.
but actually, contributing and making Cigar Sundays great as always.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the flavor bombs and this episode. Everyone have a great week and follow us on our various social media channels. Follow me. I am Jazz Garcelle on everything Twitter, TikTok, social media. And you guys have a great evening. Thank you, guys. Bye
All right,
bye.
sis.
You
Peace.
too, Jazz. Peace.
Yeah, God. Yo, you put up that question again for me, so I can make sure. Do people with just showing up mindset trend towards higher? I wanted to make sure I have my answer. So, so this question for me, right? I'm gonna say outside of nepotism, no, right? Because those people, if you birthed into a family situation and dad just want to make sure his lazy ass kids have a job or have some stability, they just give them a job and just show up and they good. They cannot do the work. They can take long lunches and they might not get fired. But at the same time, they got a whole trust fund and a family business to fall back on. So for them, just showing up is okay. Um, but for everybody else in a corporation or a company or just showing up is can't like nobody in a high achieving position, even if it looks like they're just chilling, even if it looks like they're not working as hard as other people, nobody outside of nepotism in that room is in that room by accident, is in that room by way of a favor, right? They are indeed qualified and needed to be in that room or in that position. So for somebody who has a mindset of just showing up would not fit that criteria of being qualified and needed, right? Because you would need them to do at the very least what they're being commissioned to do, and at best anything else that you might need them to do, right? So outside of nepotism, I'm saying nah, bro.
Outside of nepotism. Outside of nepotism, you're not going to trend towards just showing up. You're not going to trend towards higher levels of achievement.
I can't think of how.
Mm. And see, a nepotism is practiced on purpose.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, nepotism is practiced on purpose with the purposeful intent of allowing the next generation to get it,
To get it,
to achieve higher.
whether they gonna work hard or not,
Yeah.
you putting them in position for it to be there for them.
Well, they could lose it. Can
They
they lose
can
it?
they
Can they
can they,
lose it?
they can lose it. However,
They can lose it,
they
right?
will still be in that position though
For a while
for a while, right?
until
They
it's lost.
until it's lost, right? They will still be right. So that's true. They can lose it.
Cause they're given, but they're given that status automatically. I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
They're given that status automatically. Yeah.
Yeah, Jazz helped me out. I was listening to her talk, and when she was talking, I was like, yeah. So yeah, outside of nepotism, yeah, there's no.
Right. Do people with a just show up mindset trend toward higher levels of achievement? And I'm gonna always say no. I'm gonna always say no because it is that just showing up. I'm here. So what else do I need to do? I don't need to do anything else. I already showed up. That's enough. And that's just not the mindset. I've never been in an environment where those people were the
The standard, the
the
anything,
yeah, the standard,
anything.
the high flyers, you know, the standout, the studs, you know,
The go getters, the hard charges,
right?
the
All of them were, yeah, the hard chargers, the go getters, the
none of that,
shakers and movers.
none of that,
None of that.
none of them was shit hot, right? They was just shit bags, right? And
And flunkies.
flunkies, followers. Most of them was followers, right? Looking to have fun, looking to yeah. Nah, I just can't see it, man. Like you gotta put some sweat equity, some intellectual equity, some blood, something, right? Some financial. Like you gotta be willing to do something, anything, everything, in order to get what you want.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put in some work.
At the very least, some work.
You're gonna have to put in some work.
At the very least, some work, right?
Cause I take it back to like even school when I think about like class, high school, junior high school and stuff. Like
Mhm.
you just in class and you're not even raising your hand to ask questions. You just there. Like, you know, and typically the people who got A's and B's were people who were being assertive, raising their hand, trying to ask questions, trying to engage in the curriculum, you know, and then you had
Yep, they
guys.
got C's just for participating, and they got the B and the A because they did their homework and all their classwork.
Right, the B and the A's did their homework and classwork. Right. I got C's because I just showed the fuck up. That's see, see, because I just showed up. I just showed the fuck up. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's how I know firsthand that showing up don't get you shit. You know, you might be able to be in the number in the mix. You know, but you're definitely not gonna be able to, gain take maximum advantage of the situation. You're not gonna be able to be a contributor. You're not gonna be able to be a standout in it. And when I say standout, let me say like uh, some people demonize being standouts, but like when has uniqueness ever been, wrong? Like remember the whole being best, being number one. Like that's the reason it's 1, 2, and 3 in the at the Olympics. It's a silver, gold, and a bronze. The best person got the gold, not the silver or the bronze. So you have to be assertive. You have to want it. You have to go above and beyond sometimes. You have to, do more than just show up. And if you don't, then, it'll be reflective in your grade, in everything. It will be because you just showed up. So definitely,
You got people that that want to get in rooms just so that they can say that they had the experience of being in the room, and and they are and they think that they're doing something by just being in the room, right? Like, and to convince that person that all they're doing is showing up, it's tough because they swear to God that they put themselves in position that they got here. So whatever God gonna do, right? And and whoever talked to me, and I'ma just naturally just win because I showed up. Yeah, nah, man.
it don't work like that. It
Yeah, you
don't work
can't.
like that.
Yeah, you can't go to a networking event and not have a plan of action to be able to talk to somebody about like what are they going to network with you to do what, right? You got to have a business, you got to have a plan, you got to have a pathway, you got to have a goal, you got to have a team, you got to have some discipline, right? Otherwise you're not looking to network, you're looking for somebody to hold your hand, and you're actually looking for a consultant.
Looking for a sponsor.
Sponsor, that's right. That's the word. Sponsor. That's right.
Looking
The
for a
sponsor.
sponsor.
Sponsor is the word.
You're
Yeah,
looking
I
for
say.
somebody to see to 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 like your idea
Yeah.
and wanna risk all the capital.
Well, I heard the word the other day. Angel investor. That's that's the word I heard the other day. Angel
Let me tell you
investor.
something about angel investors. Even angel investors, you still have to have something going on. Like
They get-
angel investors don't invest in just an idea. That idea probably needs to be at least 60 or 70%, probably, if not 100%, and you just don't have all the capital you need to make it, to make it shake.
but you need a building. You need all the machinery. You
Yeah,
need
you need
you
all
need,
the other shit.
you
Yeah,
need the people. You need
yeah. They gotta see you. They gotta see your
they
sweat,
they
your
got to see
equity.
you failing with this good ass, great ass idea,
Exactly.
so they can come in and save your ass.
Right. That's where the angel comes in. It's not, but most people think that it's angel because they coming in with this bag of money,
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
bag of money and shit, and it's just gonna change your life, and you gonna get to cut yourself $1 million salary before you even go make them some money back, and you gonna go enjoy your life.
Cause,
Oh,
cause
and
they got
feel
so
like you
much,
made
they got so much
it.
money anyway that they don't even miss this million
Crazy,
dollars. They don't even miss this money that they giving you because they got so
right?
much anyway. Right? They ain't never gonna be able to spend their money anyway. So the least they can do is give it to you.
It's the
Yeah,
dumb.
nah, bro. Like it's like just showing up is not enough, man.
It's got to be the dumbest shit I ever heard. Didn't Bill say? Didn't Bill say that in one of them Cosby episodes? That got to be the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Hmm.
For real, like. But people do think that that's real, you know. And all of these angel investor stories um, are not for people who just show up. They are people who have showed up with the idea, put in some sweat equity, have built something, have, showed their ability to be resilient in failure and learning what to do, what not to do, showing some perseverance that they are determined to reach the goal that they have with whatever their
Hmm.
venture is. And what allows the other person to come in confidently is that work ethic. It's not so much the idea. Of course, they looking at, yeah, we're gonna make some money, but they liking the person and their tenacity, their desire to, their relentlessness, their strength, their devotion to the idea to not to no matter how many times. Like, now, people don't honor stupidity. Like, if some shit is bogus and you keep on trying to make some bogus shit work, like, your friends, somebody around you for real who really love you should tell you that you're wasting your fucking time.
Wasting your time.
You know, but it may take everybody around you just don't want to kill your, you know what I'm saying? They just don't want to be honest with you. So it may take somebody to come in with some money, because a lot of times, sometimes people don't even respect nobody that, that they feel like, oh, nah, you just hating. So many people think, oh, you just hater, you just a hater, you just a hater. And don't realize, like, sometimes, man, people telling you some real good shit. You don't want to listen to it because you know them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gonna respect a stranger because they got some money, because they just
They,
showed up,
they must be smart. They got money.
because they got money. So you
They
gonna
got
respect
money. They got money already. Right. When you was talking
What's up,
about
brother?
the angel investor, what I was thinking was the angel investor uh, is looking at the idea, but also looking at how much work they don't have to do, right? Because of how much work you've already done.
Yeah.
So if all they got to do is just come in and just drop some bread and go about the rest of their life while you do what you need to do with this bread and flip it and do whatever, right? That's it. But if they got to come in, drop the bread, hire and fire, manage, paint the walls, clean the bathroom. If they gotta come up with a business name, they gotta come up. Like that's their business. They're not angel investors. They are owner operators at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah, absolutely. They founders.
Founders.
They founders. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't, they came in and just, probably remixed your idea a little bit, and that was
Hmm.
it. But no, like, if you got it going on, they gonna let you know. And ain't nothing wrong with them saying, okay, I'm gonna bring my team in to assist you. You tell them what you need. That's what they expecting though. It
Correct.
like
The team is not coming to tell you what you need.
no.
You telling the team what you need from them.
Right. You telling the team what you need, and then they there to assist you and help you do that.
Yeah.
It's not they coming in and you like, well, I figured y'all was gonna tell me what I need to do.
I got the angel investor. What else I got to do?
I mean, y'all got the money, so
You wouldn't have gave it to me if I ain't come and asked for it. So closed mouth don't get fed. I asked for it and you here. So what else do I got to do? Yeah,
you just ready to go celebrate. You ready to go take your money and go on vacation already.
already,
Yeah.
already, already. Looking for a sponsor. Perfect word.
You just
Yeah, yeah.
oh, it'd be so crazy, man. It'd be so crazy, God. I be seeing it so many times. People start a business and shit and take a vacation. Like, how you start a business and take a vacation? Like, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. You start a business and take a vacation? You already
Nah,
doomed to fail. Like,
yeah.
you know
You
what
ain't
I'm
get
saying?
you ain't got vacation money yet.
Yeah, like, you don't even got vacation money yet. Invest into your business, and then take your vacation. Like, but it was so difficult and so stressful just starting that I needed to take some time off.
Hmm.
You already looking for time off.
All right, looking for time off.
So you already looking to do the least amount of work to just show up.
Because I started the business. What else I got to do? Right? I got the contract. I got the government contract already. What else I got to do? They actually want me to fulfill the contract. Okay, so I fulfilled one contract. Well, I'm not a millionaire yet. So I gotta apply again. I gotta keep going through the same bullshit process over and over and over again. Like that don't sound
Yes.
right.
Yes.
They only doing it because I'm black.
She'll ask Halliburton. just, just because one group of white owners have a group that they hired specifically to go and get contracts, and you starting out individually, and you have to do that leg work yourself, don't mean that if you keep getting them and you get to that mill and you see that example, now you hire some people to and you pay them to get these contracts, because now you're going to be focused on what? Getting the work done.
Hmm.
So it's all a process, but everybody just want to show up and just get paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then don't even be taking no cues from shit that's already in the room. Just be thinking they know everything already. Like,
I'm in the room. They talking to me. I'm good. I'm better than everybody else that I know. So I'm better than everybody. I'm better than all of my peers. So I'm good. Ain't none of these people my peers yet, but I'm in this room, so it looked like I'm their peer.
God, like, how do I be knowing this shit and I don't be pressed to be in nobody's room?
Yeah. That's why you don't be pressed to be in nobody's room because you know all this shit. Right? You're too busy working to be in a fucking room trying to get out of work.
I'm like, that's crazy, man. Like, I had somebody ask me, like, I had a conversation with somebody who was asking me, like, you don't want no sponsors and you're not trying to get no sponsors. And I was just like, a sponsor for what? What do I need a sponsor for? What would I need a sponsor for at this particular point right now? What could their money buy them?
Hmm.
And that's what I asked. I said, what could their money buy them?
Yep.
And they didn't even realize. I said, look how many subscribers I have. Can I say to them, if you give me this amount of money, I'm gonna get you this amount of exposure?
Hmm.
Can I say that? Do I have that? Do
I'm
I
gonna be
have that as a tool
I'm gonna
right
be able to
now?
generate this much money for you.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna be able to put you in front of this many people. Like, I don't have that leverage. So what would I need a sponsor? So why would and that's the thing that kills me. Like, people would just see this right here, just what we got going on, what we doing, God.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then automatically start to talk about some extra large shit that they
Mm.
don't even understand. Like, they ain't even got here yet.
They ain't even who cares what we talking about specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't even just got here yet. Where we just
Yeah.
in the kitchen
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah.
And
We ain't
and
we ain't even cooking yet. We just chopping up the ingredients, right? We just doing prep work still,
that's
right?
it.
Right. We still talking about what we all making, but we know we need onions, we know we need peppers, like we know we need garlic, like we know we need salt, right? We know we need those things. So all right,
What you talking about? We menu planning, right? We planning the menu. So it's like, and why would I need a sponsor? Why would and then they got insulted because I was just like, that's why I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you're not thinking, you don't think correctly, bro.
and they
Like,
and they they think that they thought is so big and powerful, and I'm like, it's too big, right? Because meet me where I'm at. Have you tuned into the show? Have you
right.
subscribed?
Have you even
Ha- have
subscribed?
you hit the notification bell?
Do you
Right?
watch?
Have you shared the show?
Shit, anything. Liked is free. Hit the like button, it's free.
Have you sponsored me?
You know, nah, but they'll call and ask you for some money for sure. Call and ask to borrow some change. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
Yeah,
fuck
son.
out of here, man. For real. Like, it's annoying, but I just be like, man, it's crazy how people will think that, and just and don't do and just show up, like just showing up, just they doing the bare minimum, and they think that like you supposed to have, like you're supposed to get all the access to all of this and all of that,
Yeah.
and then to tell me that I'm not valuing myself, or I'm thinking lower than I'm supposed to be, I'm not thinking high enough because I'm accurate,
Because
because
you're thinking in steps. You're thinking methodically. You're thinking the way things are in reality,
in reality,
like no pie in the sky. Like, yeah, if we get sponsors one day, that's great, right?
yeah,
But today, how about you hit the notification bell? How about you hit the subscribe button? How about you just like this show?
that's it.
Share this show, right? How about you just do that?
And we'll
How,
worry about a sponsorship when we, you know what I'm saying, when we have something of value to the sponsor,
like viewers,
like
like
viewership,
like
right?
like like your viewership that you tell me that I should, right? Like with like your subscription count, like your numbers, like
Right.
make it make
Oh, we
sense.
can't tell them that, because then they gonna hate. Then they gonna be like, oh, I don't want you to use me to be making money, right? But then they'd be subscribed somewhere else.
100% facts, bro.
You know what
Yo,
I'm saying? Where they
yo,
got
a,
it's
f- a,
so
f- a,
corny.
f- a few
It's
years
so
ago,
corny, man.
I started this initiative called Us Supporting Us. I made a Facebook post and I said something to the effect of, if we all just put our money together, we can do some things, right? And I had 38 people like that post. So I made another post based off that one. I was like, yo, if all 38 of these people would just put $25 up a month, right? We have like 12,000 dollars in a year. That's enough money to get started on something for us as a group, as a collective, right? We just need 38 people to pay $25 a month. Yo, so the amount of calls and the amount of texts I got telling me I want to be down, I want to be down, because everybody thought that they was uh, 33, number 34, number 40, number 50. They thought I had 38 people already. They thought that they was gonna be. They didn't want to be number two and number five and number 10 and number 15. They didn't want to be those numbers. They wanted to be number 45 and number 65 and number 75. And I'm saying, if just the 38 people that like this picture would just support their own interests, us 38 people could do something to improve our lives with just the 38 people that just like the picture, not a different 38 people, not a friend telling a friend, just the same people. If you liked it, put some money behind it. Yo, son, like, oh man, so you ain't got 38 already? I thought the way the post read that you already had the numbers, and I'm not running no Ponzi scheme, right? Like I'm literally trying to do something, and I'm being honest and transparent, right? And I could have told you was number 39
Just to get you on board.
just to get you on board, right? But but that's anti what I'm trying to do. Like I'm actually trying to break generational curses, right?
Right,
And to do that, we got to be upfront and honest. And I'm saying, nah, you number 7.
right. You gotta
Well, hit me back when you got more people. Like,
you
nah,
gotta
motherfucker, I
lead with
need I need
integrity.
you. I need you. I need your number so that the next person could be number 8. And I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was hard. It was super hard, bro.
And that's the norm.
Because so many people just want to show up, right? Nobody want to actually be the work and actually be to actually form Voltron. They just want to be Voltron already, right? They don't necessarily care if they're a leg or the arm or the head. They just want to be Voltron, the whole thing by itself.
Yeah, that's what's wild to me too, because when I explain this network to some people, I'm just like, I'm not trying to be Voltron. I need other pieces. I enjoy having the other pieces. You know, if I worked on my craft, if I worked on sitting in front of the camera and talking to the camera without anyone, without having another person to feed off of, then I wouldn't need nobody. I would look at myself as like, yeah, I'm the Voltron of this. And I would just dip into my different characters, and I
Hmm.
would go into character mode for this podcast. I would go into character mode for that podcast. I would go into character mode for this podcast. I would go, you know. But when your vision is empowering everybody, us supporting us building together, us winning together, a team winning, team building, then you try to do that until you can't do that no more.
Until you can't do it.
You know, and be patient. That's why I've been being patient with like some of the other shows and things like that, waiting on people. And people are bullshitting. You know, they do. They just straight be bullshitting. You know, people have their own agendas. Like it's interesting. It's just interesting how it's just like. And the crazy part about it is some of this stuff I set up to where all you got to do is just show up. it's
It actually makes it look good for the aesthetics.
it do, dog. Like some of the podcasts that we got on the network, like some of the joints, man. Like if I could just get somebody to just show up, like I'm thinking if they show up, then like they don't see that, like they don't see you have a product and we run your products, we run our products, we advertise our products every single show. They don't see that, like the guy Ali Dawood L is still winning over here. He got his own YouTube channel. Y'all need to go subscribe to that. He got his own Facebook, on Instagram. Y'all need to go. So the links are in the description. Y'all go subscribe to that. Check out the stuff he doing on this page over there. We do this with everybody. I am JAZZGARCELLE. She got her own. She got music. She got all types of stuff for sale on Spotify. Download, add to your playlist. She got music on Apple streaming, Apple Music. You know, like all of this stuff is on display. We are empowering each other. We are us supporting us. You know,
Literally.
literally. And people still don't want to get down. People still like, you know what I'm saying, want you to be the Voltron, you know. But you help me understand that thing talking about where where you gotta add people at certain times in certain places. Everybody people people will reveal that they are phased in individuals, where they don't deserve to be in that certain phases, at certain
Yeah.
steps of the build, you know. So that's something that like that was a hard pill. But
It is hard. It's hard to say it to somebody. It's hard to acknowledge it for yourself because it will make you put people that's closest to you a little further away. For both of y'all sake. All right. Like in order for this relationship to sustain itself, you gotta go over there. Or you gotta wait to come over here. You can't come over here right now.
yeah, like you can't come over here right now.
Can't like nah. You can't come over here right now.
Yeah, but I definitely have been. it's been a learning experience this whole year. I even got one show with like rest in peace, my big sister Misha. Like
Rest in peace.
we lost her this year, and she was supposed to be a co-host. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's when you're trying to organize people and get people together to do things. It's like the what between people with the attitude of just showing up and just showing up consists of them not doing anything to want to improve the quality of the experience to even just showing up ain't even valuable enough to them to even just want to just show up.
Mm-hmm.
They just like, nah, I don't even want to communicate with you. I don't even want to show up. I want to tell you that I want to work with you, but then I want to just kind of keep it on a string, or like you want me to call you and beg or some shit. Like,
Prove to me that you want my help.
yeah, like
Prove to me that you need my help.
I'm just not the person for that, you know. Like
I just
I'm
want
not.
you to beg.
Yeah, like I'm not the person. I don't know if people know how Pisces work, but
Fuck around and find out.
yeah, we not really beggars too much. I
Yeah,
think
you got a couple good asks, and then it's like, man, I'm out.
yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. It's like I'm asking
Like I'm
nicely.
like, and I'm actually saying, hey man, I'm asking. You
Yeah,
know what
like
I'm
can we
saying?
do this? Like
Yeah.
I even humble myself. Like I need it. You know what I'm saying? Like I need for us to do this. Like I don't have no problem with being vulnerable. Like if I'm asking, like I don't have no problem with that. Because I wanted to be, like you said, honest and had that integrity from the gate. But if I ain't gonna get shit, then I ain't gonna keep on. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm gonna go make my way. I'm gonna go find
Hmm.
somebody who wanna do some shit, or either I'm gonna figure out how to do it on my own. You know, so like we not about just showing up. We never been a just show up type person. Even when we was just showing up, we was still,
Doing shit.
you know, we was still disruptive.
Yeah. 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 Definitely that. Definitely that. Okay. No argument, no debate. Eh, Anybody that know me, that yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Teacher be like, you gonna do some work? Nah, I'm just gonna disrupt class today.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to teach this shit anyway. You teaching it wrong. Oh man. Shout out to all them teachers I gave a hard time, but I haven't used none of that shit since
Mm-hmm. And you ain't the only one.
I
I
haven't used none of that shit. All that shit was useless. You know what I'm saying? For real. Y'all should have been teaching us some other shit, man. Y'all should have been lobbying against the curriculum. For real, for real. They got y'all dumb too. Or need more education. Let me say that. Need more of the right stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
tonight, y'all, we've been talking about just showing up. And we had 3 questions tonight that we focused our conversation around. First question was, what does just showing up look like to the panel? And everybody shared how they, um, you know, what we thought just showing up looks like, how we see it in, society, our friends, family, social settings, all that stuff. Second question was, can just showing up be effective? If so, when, where, and how? And we all agreed that, just showing up, um, in order to be effective, you can't just show up. You have to be doing something. You have to be trying to add on, to be assertive, to build, to contribute. You can't just show up, because the people who just showing up, they not effective. They pretty much the cannon fodder, and it will be reflective in the outcome, in their outcomes. And then our third question was, do people with a just showing up mindset trend toward high levels of achievement? And that tied right into the second question, where we saw, like, no. If you just showing up, then you're not trying to do anything on a higher level, because you feel as though you're just showing up is enough. Just being there. And is just showing up bad, good, or misunderstood? um I'm gonna say it's bad.
Terrible. It's terrible, God.
I'm just gonna say it's bad. My opinion is it's
Bad,
bad.
bad.
And I would encourage people to do more than just show up. You know, try to go above and beyond in situations. Like we said, like, yeah, you could go to a funeral and don't nobody need you to do nothing. Okay, that's cool. Where was the other case? We had a funeral
It
and
was a protest.
and a protest. If you get paid, you could be a stand-in. Like, we just need you to stand in. We don't need you to smash any windows, or or spit on any police officers. We just need you to just
Be out here.
wave this sign or wear this shirt, and chant when we start doing the little chants.
Exactly.
So, I mean, how effective is that? Even when you look at both of them situations, even at the funeral, like, how effective is that? How effective is, why even go to a protest and you have no.
I can answer that one real quick. And this is no hate on our Asian family out there. I remember when the I saw the first protest when they had that whole Asian hate crime stuff going on when it was starting up. The very first protest that they had, no shit, had about 10 to 15 people out there,
Mm,
right? And they was reporting on the news. They was calling those 10 people a protest, and they protesting against this Asian hate stuff that's going on. And I remember specifically saying, like, the news is literally making this into a thing because you got 10 people out there. Like, you don't have enough people out there to say that this is a thing. And just because they said it was a protest, because those 10 people were out there, it became a movement, and they had a law got passed, right? Like, people started showing up just because people said that it was going on, even though there was only 10 people out there in the first place. Those are paid agitators we were talking about, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
um, so the effectiveness is to have another protest, or the all right, because like I said, it went from being not a real thing. I remember getting into an argument with my man at work, and I'm like, "It's not real." And he was like, "What you mean it's not real? Those people out there right now protest." I'm like, "Those 10 people, they don't count as a protest. They don't count as enough people saying that hell no, we won't go. Like, they can't even hold up traffic to even say that." And he argued like, "Nope, technically they are. They got signs. They unified. They are protesting." I'm like, "Okay, technically, but
They wouldn't got their permit.
they went and got their permit and all that stuff."
So, like,
And I'm like, all right, technically, right, but and it went from being technically to a real thing, as far as I'm concerned, based off of nothing. right? So that's how I can see it.
Okay, I mean, if it was, if that spawned from there being the idea that black people in America, African Americans, have a hatred against Asian Americans, that's some bullshit.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
You
niggas
ain't
still eating Chinese food.
yo doing that whole Asian hate crap. While people was telling me that there's Asian hate and black people hate Asian people, I'm like, yo, man, there's mad Chinese restaurants that ain't got no windows broken in.
Nothing.
There's mad nail salons that ain't got no windows broken in. Like there's mad fruit stands that's still standing. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
Like
Grocery
this is
stores.
made up. Go to every hood in America, every Asian spot is perfectly fine.
Yeah, like in Long Island, one of the best grocery stores is owned by some Asians. One of the best ones, and they got the best seafood market. And you can go in there, man. You get all types of greens. You get the greens that you don't get at the grocery stores. You get callaloo and dandelion, and you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, with amaranth greens. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you get those type of greens. You know, you get different types of bok choy and different cabbages and lettuces and things. Like they, you know what I'm saying? They have stuff that the regular grocery stores don't have. So
But those 10 people, the media allowed those 10 people to trick America into thinking that we needed an Asian hate bill because they technically had a protest, and the effectiveness of their protest resulted in,
that didn't last long because I know them niggas in DC was eating chicken wings and mumbo sauce that same afternoon.
bro, that shit wasn't real at all. That's what I'm saying. Like there was no bashed in Chinese food restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't
Like, yo, bro.
I don't even eat at it. Like I'm a person who will probably who they be like, okay, well you're against the Chinese and I don't eat the food. I cook it myself. I'm a chef though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't eat the food because I know that there's a business that's being run. Now, would I go to Mr. Childs? Yeah, I would go to Mr. Childs. Okay. But that's still a little skeptical because there's a business that's being ran, and I understand when you run a business, you purchase the most the most economical product so you can make the most profit off of it. Okay? So I don't want that type of rice. I don't, I eat a certain type of rice. I don't want my food cooked with some vegetable with some soybean oil or something like that, or some or some cheap oil. I might fry my rice with some olive oil or something, or some avocado oil, or some walnut oil, or some 100% pure sesame or something. I'm using some different things when I'm cooking my food. I may not want my shrimp to be their shrimp. I may want my shrimp to be white shrimp or something like that. I may want my vegetables to be organic. That's in my in my whatever in my mix.
Yeah.
So that's the difference why I don't eat, particularly why I don't partake of like going to the Chinese food restaurant. Now, me and my wife was just in New York getting something for her aunt the other day, and I got some egg rolls. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it ain't like I won't eat it. It's like I was like, hey, babe, they got some spring rolls in there. Yeah, I get a couple of them joints with some cabbage. I mean, see if they got a little shrimp joint too. Yeah, we get the shrimp rolls, shrimp
Yeah,
rolls. So I'm just like, yeah, we still gonna support though. Like so,
yeah, yeah. And that's why I say I only bring it up to because of the topic, right? Um, uh, because they would say that was an effective protest, even though every Asian spot in every black neighborhood, Puerto Rican, Hispanic neighborhood, never got set on fire, never got ran through. Like people go steal TVs and stuff like that when a cop kills somebody or do something. Uh,
Right.
these Asian people be beating our sisters with brooms for trying to get free pedicures and shit, and I
Yeah.
haven't seen hordes of nail salons getting their walls ripped off with all their product, missing and stuff like that. Like I haven't seen that. I
Yeah.
see what I have seen is motherfuckers sitting in line waiting to be next.
Exactly. Lashes and all that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Lashes and all that.
so I'm like, all right, you could tell me that there's a Asian hate problem in this country, but I don't know what that is. I don't know where it is. I don't
If it's an Asian hate problem, it is definitely not within the black community
at all.
because we buy more Kias, Toyotas, Lexuses, all right, more nails, more pedicures, more fried rice and chicken wings, all right, more egg foo young,
Yeah,
more lo mein, all right, than anybody,
yeah. Nah, son, yo, growing up when I was in Brooklyn, bro, like
than
it'd
anybody.
be like it'd be like 2, 3 Chinese restaurants like on the same block, right? Like it'd be like they'd be like close. It'd be a lot. So I'm like, there's no Asian hate. Can't be. Like it's too
It's
many.
not.
It's too many of these businesses making money off of us for there to be a narrative that we don't like them.
Nah, it's not.
Like it's
It's
not
not.
real, right?
It's
Like
not
so
real.
so yeah, that was my piece. But like yeah, but
It's not real at all. Yeah.
yeah, nah, this just
And
showing up as
I haven't seen an Asian person where where I can't even recall a situation where I was like,
you Asian.
yeah, like
You Asian you.
yeah, like I can't even, I can't even recall a situation even where I just thought something racist. You know what I'm saying? Because I have my moments and shit. I'm American. You know what I'm saying? Like people be trying to act like they don't have no moments. It's okay. I'll admit mine. Like sometimes I have a moment. It be in my head. You know what I'm saying? But it be I'm a equal opportunist racist. Okay, so I might see a black person doing something and be like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I might see a white person doing something and I might be like, cracker. And then I might see, you know what I'm saying? So it could go on, all right? So I'm just honest about it. But it's in my head,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And
I
it doesn't
yeah.
determine how, I treat people as a whole. But
I tell you what, like I ain't never had no Asian hate,
I
but
don't
I
remember none.
did I did for a time have a Asian superiority thought process.
Asian superiority. How does that go?
So thinking that they was better, they thinking that they was smarter, right? So I remember for high school, I took a entrance exam for Brooklyn Tech and for Stuyvesant High School. Those are like the advanced high schools in Brooklyn, right? And I took the test because they said I qualified to take the test, right? And I can get into these schools if I pass the test. When I got there and when I saw the amount of Asian kids sitting in this classroom and the level of preparedness that they all had scientific calculators, they all had a bunch of number two pencils, and they just had every fucking thing that they needed for this test. And I was like, God damn, these Asians really do be studying like they super smart. Like I talked myself and I failed. I say I failed, but I more so did not take the test for real because I didn't have a scientific calculator. I was in there just using my brain, just not studying. I didn't even study for the test. I didn't prepare. I didn't. And when I got in there, I just psyched myself out. I just put my name on that mug and just see. Let me just hurry up and finish. I ain't getting into school anyway. There's too many Asians in here. I'm not gonna qualify, right?
Oh,
So
shit.
so yeah, that was my Asian superiority. I would consider that an Asian superiority thought process.
Oh, no, you ain't play sports, did you?
In high school now,
Yeah. See, if you play sports, you went in there like real shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because it's just like, hey, I'm just gonna act like this test is I'm hooping on their ass because you can't fuck with me on the ball court. So, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
now if
Nah.
if it was Taekwondo or something, you might get your ass kicked. You see what I'm saying? Is that racist? I don't know. See what I'm saying? I'll be having moments. That's what I'm saying. You know, so I
Yeah,
mean, that's where I got it from, though. You know, that's where I looked at it. You know, where like it's certain things like you just not because if you're prepared and you write and you not just showing up,
I just showed up
you
and I
know,
was unprepared.
then you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna do your best. You're gonna shine. You're gonna be confident about it too.
Yeah,
Because that just showing up thing is just like I'm just here and
I'm just here.
I'm just here. It's no level of confidence, self confidence, even arrogance. People talk down on arrogance so bad, but you know, I think that having a heightened state of self confidence works. How else you gonna achieve? How else when nobody else? How else when you? How else when you trying to start a podcast network and you can only get, what I'm saying, two people to rock with you? You know, how else do you stay confident and like, you know what? I'm still gonna do this shit no matter how long it takes. You know, I just know that you go with what you got, you work with what you got. That don't mean you abandon everything else, but you work with what you got and you
Hmm.
keep going until you reach your goal. So you gotta have that. You gotta walk, you gotta have that like that balance where you say, you know what, I know I can't have no sponsors because I don't have no value for no sponsor. Right? But I'm gonna get there. We gonna get there one day.
Correct.
Let's just keep working. But I still pop my shit like we got that. Like we
At
got
least let us get 100 episodes.
yeah, we still pop our shit like we got, you know what I'm saying?
You know.
Like we got 1,000 followers. Like we got 100 people, 100,000 people watching every time we go live, man. I don't care about that, man. Like just keep on going. That's how you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Just keep showing up.
Just keep just because like
Just keep showing up, ready to work.
because that's different than just showing up.
Than just showing up, right?
Like that's so different. Like yeah, bro. Yeah, God. Yeah, it's terrible. This is bad.
It's bad, right? It's bad. I'm just showing up.
Yeah, nah. Or they what they call I'm just phoning it in. Like
I'm just
nah, sir.
phoning it in, yeah. Like I
Nah,
get if you at the end. I get if you at the end of the road. Yeah, okay, yeah. Just
yeah,
you
like
don't put in your work. You know what I
and
mean?
that's
So it's
and
just
that's
grinding it
different,
out.
right? Like if you done did 24 years and you got a year left,
Come on, yeah,
come on, get off me.
right. You owe it to yourself to just be showing up.
But if I'm just starting my career, shut up.
Nah, that
Nah, you
ain't
gotta
it.
grind. You gotta grind for at least 10, 15 years until you get good and oiled up and greased and you got your groove and now it's just slip and slide. And it's like, oh, that's me. That's me too. That's me
Yeah,
too. Until you get to the point where it's like, yo, I got a year left to retire. Let me just ease out this a little bit. Let me just pump these brakes a little bit because I don't want to burn out before I get to enjoy my life.
that's right.
You know. Yeah, God.
That's right. But here at DB Chef TV, y'all, we got love for everybody. So don't even trip. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just showing up. We showing up and we showing out
Facts.
every single time. And we encouraging everybody, man, no matter your language or complexion, to consider don't just show up, man. Like if you're gonna put effort into something, be there and be inclusive. You know, go above and beyond at times, even when it ain't asked of you, even when it ain't required of you. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with setting the example, trying to set the example. And sometimes you gotta know when to just listen and just observe and learn. That's a part of showing up too. That's a part of being in them places too. Yeah. But we not the gurus. You know, we just smoke a little bit on the show, you know, with the convo. And if y'all can agree with something, you know, pick it up, have yourself a smoke. If not, leave it in the ashtray for the next person to come along. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays live. And we want everybody to have a peaceful and positive start to their week. God, if you got anything for the people?
Nah, just show up. Don't just show up. Show up, show out. Stand tall. Mean what you say what you mean. Look in the mirror and be honest. Go in the bathroom, look in the mirror and turn the light off and imagine what your face look like. See if you can see your face, right? Like be critical, man. There's things you got to do, man. Like, do you still look the same with the lights off, with your eyes closed? Like, can you see your face, or do you need a mirror? Do you need something artificial, or can you see yourself, right? Like, these things are important. Like, man, you got to do the work. That's all I got, God, man. We just gotta maintain it and stand in it.
Gotta maintain and stand in it. Just showing up, y'all. That's what we talked about tonight. We gonna wish everybody once again a peaceful, positive, productive start to their week. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DB Chef TV. Always with the God Ali Dawu L at BKSOLFARM, and I am JAZZGARCELLE. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description. We got the holidays are coming up, y'all. We got some good stuff. Go check out some of these sales we got, and make sure y'all check us out right here next Sunday on Cigar Sundays live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, we will see y'all next Sunday. Peace, God.
Peace, God.
Happy holidays from DB Chef TV. Get dipped in fresh drip with 25 off the entire website from now to January, with a huge selection and savings for every Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and Christmas list. Celebrate the holiday with DB Chef TV gifts. Visit www.dbcheftv.com and tap the gift shop link.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So BKSOLFARM.com, 1016, 160 self-sustainability. Jump on a list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
Girl, we got that touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. Girl, we got that touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. I said lately, I've been thinking about you crazy. Wondering will you be my lady? 'cause I wanna take you down. Girl, I wanna show you what this loving's all about. It's our time, girl. I wouldn't waste another minute if my heart wasn't in it. Let me take you down, girl, and spread you on my bed and show you how I'm about to girl, we got that touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt it, so it must be love. Girl, we got the touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt it, so it must be love. I said I can't get you out my head. Daydreaming about us waking up in my bed. You're the only woman I want with no regrets. How you do it, I do not know, but you're the best, yeah. So when I lay it down, I ain't trying to play around. Instead, I'm trying to get it to your screen.